Rob Bonta, who's filing the action in his state. New York Attorney General Letitia James believes the government has another aim for this information.
They are basically trying to weaponize the SNAP program against immigrant communities in violation of the law.
The USDA issued guidance in May requiring states to turn over the data in line with a Trump executive order to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse.
Fox's Gernal Scott. 20 states and D.C. are part of the suit. Earlier, a federal judge in Boston blocking an effort to defund Planned Parenthood, ruling that Medicaid reimbursements to the nation's largest abortion provider must continue as the legal fight continues, noting that cuts could impact clinics providing additional health services and screenings. President Trump meeting with Britain's prime minister as he winds down a trip to Scotland and telling reporters he'll give Russia's president a shorter deadline to end the war in Ukraine.
There's no reason in waiting. There's no reason in waiting. It's 50 days. I want to be generous, but we just don't see any progress being made.
Repeating that he's disappointed with President Putin. Vice President J.D. Vance in Ohio defending the Trump economic agenda and also weighing in on a Friday night brawl in Cincinnati, calling it disgusting. There are viral videos showing a man and woman being attacked after what police are calling a sudden dispute following a verbal altercation. Police sources tell Fox at least 4 suspects have been identified. In Reno, police now say at least 2 people have died after a shooting outside a casino. America is listening to Fox News.
Most people have no idea there's an invisible gap in their home's protection. This invisible threat is house stealing. Con artists pick a house. They transfer the deed of this house into their name by obtaining the forms, using the fake IDs, and filing the paperwork with proper authorities. Now they own the home. Protect your home from this invisible gap. Check on your home's title right now at HomeTitleLock.com. Be sure to use promo code RADIO, and they will send you a complete title scan of your home's title. And your first 30 days of triple lock title protection is free. HomeTitleLock.com.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. With Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, sports raconteur. New age raconteur, indeed, with a mechanical mangler at the controls. It's floundered. It's Monday. Look out. Here we go, starting another week of fantasticness here with you on board here too. Here's the number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Boys, how's it going? How was your week? We got a lot of newsy stuff and weird stuff, and we got a little like showbiz stuff and relationship stuff, and what a weird time. Anyway, summertime, hot and steamy. Pete Davis, mountains of Macon. I understand you have a whole new lifestyle going on here, sir, for one reason or another. I
got to think.
Yeah.
Mandy from Sound and...
Mandy?
Mandy from Sound and Soul Yoga up at Serenity in the Mountains.
Yoga, Serenity Yoga, mountains. Okay.
I did yoga. I'm not I'm not limber enough yet to do that.
Yes.
Went into a salt cave. You ever been in a salt cave?
I've been in caves. I don't recall ever being in a salt cave. No, offhand.
It's the Himalayan salt cave. It's, the negative ions and all that good stuff. It's supposed to be good for you. And it's nice and soothing. You go in there and you put the eye thing on and you lay back in the zero gravity chair and they play these little sounds. And it's very soothing. It's very
wait a minute. So it's not actually a cave. I mean, it's like somebody's...
Yeah, it's a man-made cave, but it's surrounded by Himalayan salt all around you. You walk on it.
Is it outside? Is that, you mean in the woods or something? What do you mean, a shed or a
shed?
No, I don't know. What do you mean, man-made cave? In other words, is it outside inside of a hill? You mean, or?
No, it's part of a spa that's built on the side of a mountain, and it's one of the rooms.
So it's
inside.
A room, okay, and it's surrounded by what? Ice?
Himalayan salt.
Himalayan salt, not regular salt.
What's the name of the spa?
What's it called?
Serenity in the Mountains.
Oh, God. Well, now Mrs. Flounder's going to be all over
would love
that. Yeah,
that.
she's
I'm telling you, she's listening right now and probably going to be going this weekend.
It's
Thanks,
over.
Pete.
It's over. Okay, well, there.
It's it. And the great thing is, I was the only guy there, which is, I got no problem with that. I'm the only guy there. There's a room full of women.
It's all naked, right? I mean, it's all, Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're all, all in our togas.
Yeah, the modern.
And at the last second, another couple comes in. It's a young man and a young wife. And he sits down across from me, and our eyes lock, and both of us silently just nod.
Yeah.
We nod our heads at each
I'm
other.
saying you got a girl with you, so that's, Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. All right, sir.
So I'm
dear. Right again, darling. That's what I always wanted, sweetie, was, that salt. I read about that salt thing. I was hoping maybe, I could take, but you beat me to it because I was going to play that for our.
Now, is this in your area, Pete, or was this in the Atlanta area?
Actually, it's in Blue Ridge.
Is it in Blue Ridge?
It's the only salt cave up here. It's in Blue Ridge, and it's a nice spot. They got massages and all that good stuff.
What's the name of it again? The Blue Ridge
Serenity in the Mountains. Okay.
Gotcha. So there's multiple locations. There's one in Tucker, Georgia, actually.
Oh, my doll. I'll be darned.
Oh, well, there's no place more mystical
you got to go to
North America than Tucker.
You got to get up there.
I just mean there's different locations in case you might want to check this out and you're not near Blue Ridge.
Oh, well, there you are. All right. Well, again, very helpful, especially helpful. Well, that sounds exciting. And we'll, as we continue on, Flounder weekend activities with Mrs. Flounder. And
not near as cool as what Pete did.
Well, how many people go to a salt cave? I mean, I just, Himalayan. Now, what did they actually say that there's the difference in Himalayan salt as opposed to Siberian salt or North American salt or what?
They only found it a while back. It was buried under the Himalayas supposedly, and it's because it was caused by the geological formation of the mountains, everything. So it was deep in the mountains. It's antibacterial, antifungal. It's supposed to do all this great stuff for your body and everything. Your sinuses, you breathe better when you come out, and you did. You come out, your nasal passages are open. You can use Himalayan, so you can go buy the store and buy it.
Well, how come if it's supposed to be so good for you, how come no one's ever heard of it? Why wouldn't every doctor prescribe it? I mean, if it's a thing.
Everyone that leaves their home more than 5 times a week.
Well, no, I have this work thing. I went out to the doctor. I had a heart doctor today, so I was out twice. I was out coming here, and I was out to the doctor. And boy, that was an extreme. Anyway, all right. So this Himalayan thing is supposedly better for your sinuses and whatever.
Supposedly.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
And it was. I felt better coming out.
I'm sorry, Flounder. I totally interrupted Mrs. Flounder's weekend activities for you.
We did a lot of chilling. We went to Costco. Hit the pool. It was the first weekend we've had to ourselves in like 3 weeks, so we just kind of stayed at home and relaxed.
Yeah. Well, it'll take you 40 minutes to try to find your way out of Costco. So that's
Are you not a fan of Costco?
Well, no. I don't know. I'm not a fan of anything really. I just
people, places.
I don't even hit balls. I just realized after my last experience, and I had such a great time, but I can't play. I can't play golf. I can't. There's no way I can do it given circumstances. So, but I'm very happy. I play with other people, and Monday through Friday, I can't do anything. But Saturday and Sunday, go play with other people's horses, the stable, and take my videos, and then post them every day from Saturday and Sunday. Which if I couldn't do that, I'd and then I've got my chopper now. All the nice people chipped in to fix
you
up my
can still
chopper.
Swing a club.
Well, yeah. But the fact of the matter is, I can't. I mean, my golf muscles are gone, so I'd have to concentrate on getting totally in shape for golfing shape with back muscles and support and things like that. Plus my iron, I used to be a 2 handicap. My irons are tour blades. I can't play tour blades anymore. And I was playing with Michael and these guys the other day, last weekend or whatever it was, and they're bombing, and I think I'm bombing, and I'm 100 yards shorter than they are. It's just very demoralizing to say. I'd have to really concentrate. I'd have to belong to a club. I'd have to do it every weekend and practice all the time. And I could shoot my age easy. I never shot above 70s when I was retired. But I'd have to concentrate on it, and I don't have the right clubs, and I'm not going to, and I don't belong to a club, and so, there's no way to pull it off. I can play golf every once in a while, but I'm not going to play well. But I still have fun. I mean, I enjoy the hell out of it. But I'm not even, it's just too frustrating to know that I'd have to really commit to be able to be a serious golfer again. And if I can't play well, I don't want to play. Beating around out there and Anyway, let's not talk about it. I had a great weekend. I had a great chopper ride. I did a couple of cleanup. I'm going to throw away all my crap. I've got stuff in my house. I tried to give it away. I've got a Seth Thomas wall hanging clock pendulum, ding dong pendulum, like steeplechase, like a 4-foot tie. Seth Thomas pendulum clock. It's probably worth $800 or $900. I've had it for 30 or 40 years, and nobody wants it. My kids don't want it. Nobody wants it. I'm just going to take everything I have, this all stuff, and throw it in the junk. I've got stuff and things, and it's just I've got to get rid of all my stuff. I've got to clean out the and I hate to do it. I've got books, and I've got notepads, and I've got things that people have given me over the years, and signs that say motorcycle parking only. I mean just knickknacks and stuff that nobody wants it. And what am I supposed to do with it? So anyway, so I started doing that this weekend and figure out what the hell I'm doing. Anyway, so it's fun. It's exciting. Gives me something to look forward to.
Okay. I floated in a lake too, if that helps.
Well, now see, there you are. Again, you have a whole different kind of a thing going on there than which is good, which is as it should be. So I'm, I actually, what the hell? It's a beautiful day, and I get up in the morning and I'm still walking around. And my heart doctor said I'm doing. Oh, by the way, she said, they checked my heart monitor. It's my breast implant. It's an ICD thing, and they can tell every heartbeat of every second between appointments. And she said, "Oh, something happened on the 26th." And I said, "Oh," she said, "Boy, your heart was really going nuts." And I said, "Oh yeah, I know what that was. I was doing some really rigorous, heavy, big-time lifting stuff on Saturday, which I should not have done. I can still feel the stress of every muscle in my upper body." And I said, "Oh, I know exactly what that was." But in that, they can tell every single second of my heartbeat. This stuck. I mean, it's just really unbelievable. Anyway, well, boys, off it's Monday, and Braves are still intact. Are they in?
No, season's over, but they're in Kansas City.
Oh, Kansas City, that's right. Yeah, and again, here we go. And I thought, I mean, God, I all of a sudden turn on freaking 5-1 or something. Well, how the hell did that happen? And then and boy, oh, by the way, we'll talk about this. A lot of sports stuff too. I'm sorry, Flounder. I hear music. It means 7 seconds. When the pitching coach came out to yell at him, he didn't cover his mouth. And that's very rare. He was reading them the freaking riot act out there, apparently, and wasn't hiding it. What's his? I can't remember the pitcher's name. But
Bryce Elder?
No, Holmes or whatever it was.
Oh, Holmes. Anyway, he's got a hurt arm, too, so maybe you shouldn't have been yelling at him.
Yeah. Oh, God. Anyway, all right, 3:13, Kimmer Pete Flounder, and it's Monday, so what the hell? 404-741-1230. We got tweets, we got a game, we got stuff, and a memory of the past and how I got into radio, ironically, coming up. Kimmer Pete and Flounder. Look out. Here we go.
Wherever you are in Georgia, you can stream XTRA 106.3 in crystal clear digital with the all-new XTRA 106.3 app. Get Extra's live on-air stream in real time, or go back and listen to all your favorite shows, Neil Bortz, or original podcasts, no matter where you go. Grab the XTRA 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Hey, another quick word for Pete. Hey, another quick word for Peach State Windows. Jeff, the owner, worked for this guy 25 years ago. I've been doing stuff on houses for years and years. And it's Peach State Windows and so much more. The windows, by the way, the more you get, the more you're going to save money. He has, 12-month payment plans, stuff like that. Vinyl, special double hung things with #1 energy things and stuff like that. And also siding. Man, and now I had Hardy Plank. That's what I like. But if you have an old house or a newer house and it looks something better looks with a different kind of siding, he's got that too. They have everything. 770-485-8011. I've known these guys for like 30 years, Jeff and his wife, peachstatewindows.com.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
There's a new vibe in Tucker, and it's teeing off at Heritage Golf Links. After a multi-million-dollar renovation, the course has never looked better. From pristine new greens and bunkers to the stunning 11,000 square foot putting green, Heritage Golf Links is ready to impress, challenge, and deliver an unforgettable round you'll come back for again and again. And when the sun goes down, the game keeps going. Our one-of-a-kind night range is lit up and open Friday and Saturday nights until 10 p.m. so your swing can shine under the lights. So, whether you're practicing, playing, or just enjoying the full-service bar and grill, Heritage Golf Links is the perfect place for golfers who want more than just a round. Heritage is a destination and a better golf experience. Reserve your tee time at heritagegolflinks.com. That's heritagegolflinks.com.
Located just minutes from downtown Atlanta, Heritage Golf Links is easily accessible from I-285 and I-85.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. That's a great name, by the way, the Heartbreakers.
One of the better names of a rock and roll band.
Yeah, it is. And who's that chick? That black-haired chick I like?
Joan Jett.
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Another great name. I love rock and roll. Anyway, it's Tom Petty. 2014. Reprise Records released Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers' 13th album, Hypnotic Eye. The album debuted at #1 on Billboard. It was the first Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers album to top the Billboard chart. 2014. I'll be darned. Good song, good beat stuff. I like I Won't Back Down. It's probably my favorite song of his. I Won't Back Down. What's that?
This song is one of the last of the great guitar solos of real rock.
Really? Does it come in the middle here? Let's go find it. Flounder, can you
kind of at the end. No, it's at the end, and it's kind of long. I don't know if you want to.
Well, I mean, not live on the air, but maybe Flounder, can you maybe
I'll find it and play it later in the show. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. I know you got stuff to do in there, but
I'll do it for the outro coming out of this break.
Outstanding, sir. Our birthday list includes Jim Davis, 80 years old. Jim Davis, who created Garfield. As opposed to I'm feeling finicky now, Morris the Cat. I'll bet you Morris the Cat came out because of Garfield.
No, Morris the Cat was long before Garfield.
You think that's...
Morris the Cat was around in the 60s and 70s.
Well, Garfield wasn't that...
Garfield got big in the 80s.
Hell, Jim Davis is 80 years old. Yeah. So I'm surprised. Well, maybe so. Anyway,
hey, we have a special birthday shout-out.
A special birthday shout-out, please.
The man with two names, you knew him as Perspiration. I know him as Pantless John Gray.
John Gray. Perspiration John. In fact, I saw him on my Facebook page, and I sent him a little thing, and he replied, which is kind of nice. And this was at the Greek Festival? I forgot. Where the hell was it?
Yeah.
He was setting up. We were in the radio. We're doing radio business, and John was one of the guys behind the scenes who took care of everything. and set up stuff and everything else. And it was a Greek festival. It was in the freaking summertime, and it had to be 110 degrees. Here, it was at Decatur or
well, there's one in Marietta and one Decatur.
No, it was in
so
Decatur.
We went back and forth.
And we're doing our live shot 3 to 6 in the afternoon. And so we get out there, and it's just a table. There's a table out there and our stuff, and right in the boiling freaking sun for 3. And of course, from noon to 6, and man, I'm just soaking wet. So John Grace, so I started calling it Perspiration John. Good Lord, that was weird.
I'm telling you though, those Greek ladies with
man,
the baklava and the ouzo, they took care of us.
Greek chicks. So let me say this. This is wrong of me in every way. And again, you can't think of me saying these things because I'm disgustingly hideous at the stage of my life. But the fact of the matter is, that woman who was going to marry and died on me was Greek, and she Greek, and there was a friend of hers, a great man. Greek chicks, man. This one doctor I told you about who was in Chicago. I dated once, and then she admitted to me in her bedroom before anything happened that she was a very expensive. She had like 2 guys around the world who would fly in to be with her for a week or so and give her lots of money. And she was a doctor and gorgeous. And I had to leave. I gave her a little kiss on the cheek and said, what about you? What about I fall in love with you? I'm supposed to, say, well, I won't be around for a week, someday. I couldn't do it.
It's
anyway,
like
every Greek chicks,
Anthony
man,
Newley movie. What was it? The Sweet November or something?
I remember Anthony Newley. Kind of a song and dance guy to it. Oh my God! Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk Greek women. That's insulting. I shouldn't say.
They're wonderful. Greek women.
They're wonderful, and and know how to treat a man. I'm just saying. All right, 321. It's only going to get worse, ladies and gentlemen.
They kept feeding us.
That's right. Well, they did. They were wonderful. They couldn't do enough. I'll make them a plate. God.
Euros.
Yeah, I love euro. I love I love lamb. God. I love lamb. I could eat lamb every day. If there was, I make my air fryer and I make my chicken and my taters and gravy and have that every night. I mean, I have meat and potatoes. Now I'm doing meatballs and my tater tots and gravy. So I have meat and potatoes and chicken and potatoes every single night. But if there was a way to have lamb, if I could have lamb balls or something, I would make that instead.
No.
What?
Go into the grocery store. They have in the frozen section, there's slices of lamb to make your own gyro. You can get the pita bread if you want or not. And they had the tzatziki sauce, too, usually in the dairy section. And you get that and smear on it, and you got yourself basically a gyro right there.
Well, anyway, I love lamb. If I could, my mother used to make the great roast leg of lamb. Oh, anyway, so. All right, sorry, wait, look at this correct. All right, 323, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and it's a beautiful day. What's the matter?
All right, just got a phone call. You could be right on Morris the Cat. The Morris the Cat campaign started in 69 and went to 78. Garfield didn't start till 78.
Aha.
Well, good night, everybody.
Then Pete was right. Well, that's it for Pete. I guess he's going back to the old salt mine or whatever the hell.
Salt mine.
Salt mines.
Yeah, the old albatross around my neck.
Salt mine. It's a soothing.
Whatever. And speaking of hot babes, Sydney Sweeney she's in the. I mean, you can't turn around without her.
The it girl.
I know, but the fact of the matter is, I don't think. I mean, she's not like Kathy Ireland or something, or
she hasn't had a hit yet either. Really,
I mean, I don't understand how this all happened because somebody made fun of her. I mean, isn't that right? Isn't it? Wasn't she on Saturday Night Live? And they made fun of her.
She's good looking.
But she's not like a knockout,
yes,
goddess.
She is. Well, she's got those sleepy eyes, those bedroom eyes.
But anyway, for whatever, she's the new girl. I mean, she's the Kardashians all wrapped up by herself, and now she's in trouble supposedly because she's doing an ad as though she had anything to do with it. I mean, what's really Sydney Sweeney doing an ad now for American Eagle. And by the way, Flounder.
I wear American Eagle jeans. Men's American Eagle jeans, not the ones.
You better say that.
I wear.
Add the men's to it.
Yes. Well, she's has a new ad out, and I love this way this story I'm reading now puts it this way: leftist TikTok is in full pitchfork and torch mode after a new ad for American Eagle jeans featuring actress Sydney Sweeney used to play on words, with some claiming it's a full-on Nazi propaganda. I think Sydney Sweeney is 27. She has a pair of jeans on and a denim jacket, and she's talking about her genes, G-E-N-E-S, as make up your body chemistry. She says genes are passed down from parents to offspring, then often determining traits like hair color, personality, even eye color. My genes are blue. As she flashes her blue eyes and is talking about her blue jeans. Okay, get it? Jeans and jeans. Okay.
Yeah.
The clip went viral. Then the account later went private because of backlash. I'm not making this up. She says in the ad, I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans, and I definitely won't say they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans and the jeans enough to trigger the woke mob. They're claiming now it's an interpretation to the eugenics. And I'm not making this up. One TikToker said, I thought it was going to be kind of bad, but wow, this has got to be in the history books. I will be the friend that's too woke, but those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird, like fascist weird, man, like Nazi propaganda weird, like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. That's Nazi propaganda. If you haven't seen or comprehended how bad it is, I need you to open your blanking eyeballs and listen. This is Nazi blank, pure Nazi blank. Saying that a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl has good genes is Nazi blank. And the stupidest, most likely backfire liberal overreach social media pile-on in the history of the internet. Oh, my God. These people are unbelievable. Did they forget Bud Light? Tell
them to shut the blank up.
Oh, my God.
Why do we listen to these people?
I mean, seriously. I mean, by the way, the other way to look at this from the other side is how ridiculous people get. Again, this is all social media. The ad was on TV, and it was social media where people went nuts all over the world because of what's on their freaking
Not
phone.
people, a few handful of people. They make it seem like more.
Well, anyway, but here now people are saying, actually, this is kind of a good sign. Publicly accepting oogling of an attractive white woman as a sign of the death of wokeness.
Good.
My God.
It's basically, let's hate on white people more and hate on good-looking white people who are proud to be white. She's just proud of how she looks.
I mean, but it's not even that. It's just she's doing that for blue jeans.
If you don't like us white people, go screw yourself. We don't care anymore what your opinion is.
God. I mean, seriously.
Everybody should be proud of who they are. And if you think I should be proud of who I am, go blank yourself.
I mean, it's just, honestly, it's stupid. I mean, it's just the damnedest thing. All right, 327. Kimber Peyton Flounder on your Happy Monday thing here. What a thing. Now, let's do a hero thing in the news. And by the way, this was amazing. I'm going to read the first line of this sentence. First sentence.
I'm going to read the first line of this sentence.
The first word of this first sentence of the first line. Why do I have to announce it? Well, but I'm trying to make a thing about names.
Are you narrating the show too?
I know. I don't know what I'm doing. But it's a good sign when both you bastards are turning on me at the same time. That means I must be getting to somebody. Normally it's just one at a time, but when you both get me, this is a good sign of unity. We call it unity. Okay, here's the first line. Armed hero, Marine veteran Derek Perry praised for confronting. And I said, wait a minute, Derek Perry. And then I say, no, it was Daniel Penny was the other guy, another Marine hero. But is that amazing? I thought, what an interesting play on words. Daniel Penny, the Marine hero in the subway, and Derek Perry, the Marine hero who pulled a gun on the guy in Michigan at the Walmart stabbing guy.
And in New York, it's a white Marine and a black crazy guy. Yeah. And then there in Michigan, whatever, it was a black Marine hero and a white crazy guy.
Exactly. I mean, what an interesting kind of
synchronicity.
It is. I mean, the first thing I thought was, I just went, wow. And by the way, also in this story, now you probably know the story. In fact, we're going to play that. Flounder, we'll play that sound here in just a second of the Marine at the Walmart thing that he saved him. And also, by the way, for the record, the stabbing guy was surrounded by other people at the store, and even guys pushing shopping carts to try to circle him so he couldn't get away. So that's a good sign. People did something as opposed to what they did in Cincinnati. We'll get to that in a second. First of all, here's the sound of the Marine Derek Perry, who had a gun on him, thank goodness, and stop the madness. And here's the sound of what it sounded like. Number 3, Flounder, if you would cut number 3.
Drop it! Call the police. Throw the knife that way. Throw it away.
Yeah, and the guy was disarmed, and they caught him. He's lucky to be alive. I mean, again, obviously, it would have been bad if he had been shot because he had a knife, and therefore, he wasn't going to go anywhere. But still, drop the knife, throw it away.
Kimmer,
yeah,
as you have shown in a hallway once, coming at somebody with a knife.
I wish we had that on video. It's on
the Facebook feed somewhere, even on Pete's or mine's. I think it's
really. Yeah, I thought I was there somewhere because you were taping it in my phone.
Tell the people.
I remember Pete going, "Bang, bang, you're dead."
I did a face plant. I was trying to show that we were talking about a story like this, where a guy, the police officers are told if somebody's within 12 feet of you, that's danger, that's kill zone. I mean, take 2 quick steps in a second and a half, and there's a knife in your heart. So, if you're within 12 feet, so I was trying to show Pete. I said, here's an example. So let's go in the hallway. So if Pete had a stick or a ruler or a pen, a fake pen or something on him, and I was pretending to lunge at him from 12 feet. I took 2 steps, stumbled over my cowboy boots I was wearing, and took a face plant right in the floor. And Pete said,
right at my feet, I pointed the gun down and went, bang, bang, you're dead.
You're dead. And there's video of it. There's got to be video, isn't it? Somewhere didn't you do a video of it? I mean,
it had to be. And 8 feet of the 12 is you falling head first.
I know. Oh, Lordy. All right, what a start. Happy Monday. Kimmer, Peyton, Flounder, 404-741-1230. Look out. Here we go. We're off.
Listen to the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, Neil Bortz, and all your favorite Extra 106.3 personalities whenever you want with the all-new Extra app. It's anytime show replays, all your favorite podcasts, and the latest political news from across Georgia. Download the Extra 106.3 app now for Apple or Android.
Make going back to school a little more fun as the Brewers and Marlins come to Truist Park August 4th through the 10th. The week includes the Ronaldo Lopez bobblehead giveaway presented by Coca-Cola, followed by the Ronald Acuna Jr. Funko Pop giveaway presented by Xfinity. Then head into the weekend series where it's all about the kids, including Kids Club Day on August 9th, plus 2 Kids Gate giveaways featuring the Chris Sale Triple Crown and the Kids Sliding Mitt. And the second half of August is even more stacked, with more fun as the White Sox and division rival Mets battle the Braves August 18th through the 24th. Fans can look forward to 3 giveaways, including the 1995 World Series replica ring presented by Coca-Cola on Alumni Night, which will celebrate the 30th anniversary of the World Series title, a camo rope hat presented by Realtree as part of the hunting and fishing night at Truist Park, and more. Purchase your tickets at Braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
Hey, this is Tom from The Honest Car Guy. We help you buy your next pre-owned car or truck honestly. We guarantee each vehicle we sell will come with a copy of the bill of sale, showing what we paid for it. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee. Guaranteed. Honesty is the best policy, and we guarantee it. Finally, a pre-owned car and truck buying process that you can trust.
Get an honest car buy from The Honest Car Guy. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Stream Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Glenn Beck, Fox News, and even NASCAR on Sundays. Anywhere on the XTRA 106.3 app. Download the app now and get 24/7 access to the live stream, the latest news, and everything you need to know about Atlanta's only conservative talk station. Download the XTRA 106.3 app for Apple or Android and check out even more great original content at thepodcastpark.com.
Hey, giddy up, go, little darling. Boy, could she go country if she wanted to. Linda Ronstadt. Be with your funny and your name. Was Skeeter Davis who sang this song? The threads and golden needles been this heart of mine. Was that Skeeter Davis, I think? I can't remember. Linda Ronstadt here, 2014. Linda Ronstadt honored with a National Medal of Arts at the White House. Induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in April was in her honor, but she couldn't make it because of her Parkinson's disease. But she made it to the White House for her National Medal of Arts. She was brought into the East Room by wheelchair, but she walked on stage to receive the award. Linda Ronstadt, 2014. A lot of great songs. In fact, last week we played, I was telling you about on my Magic Music Stick, thanks to Flounder, I have the song she did with that warbler from New Orleans there, the Neville Brother guy. And we highlighted the sound of Linda Ronstadt hitting that note at the very beginning of the song. It's just beautiful. And also, once again, since it's Linda Ronstadt, this was what my brother Gene, the golf pro, had me as his guest at Cohasset, Massachusetts, for a Linda Ronstadt concert. God, this had to be 30 years ago. Well, I'll tell you, it was about 30 years ago. And my brother got me a blind date. And she, halfway through the blind date, she said, I'm not going to have sex with you. I mean, my God. Well,
Jeez. Just wait till afterwards.
Let me wonder for a minute.
Yeah.
Well,
throw me a frickin' bone here.
Give me a little something to hang on to, for God's sakes.
I'm the boss.
These tickets cost a little money. I mean, I'm not saying, you owe me. That's wrong. I wouldn't say that or anything like that. But geez, it's like the joke is when a guy goes on a date, the guy keeps wondering whether he's going to get lucky, and the girl already knows. She already knows. Anyway, Linda Ronstadt. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to have sex with you. Well, I'm not going to have sex with you either then. Anyway, let's see. Our birthday list includes Sally Struthers, Gloria on All of the Family. Sally Struthers is 78 years old today, and she does a lot of. Last time I've ever seen her was doing work for like homeless children or underweight babies or something. I don't know. So I guess she's doing a lot of charity work or something or other. Anyway. Another showbiz note here. On this day in 2006, Mel Gibson of the Mad Max films and director of Passion of the Christ, Mel Gibson stopped for drunk driving. And that's when he threatened the arresting officer and spewed out a string of anti-Semitic statements saying that the Jews are responsible for all the wars in the world. Mel Gibson pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor drunk driving, sentenced to 3 years probation. And, well, I don't know. I guess he's still, around. Whatever. Mel Gibson. All right, let's see. 340. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230 is the number. 741-1230. And Derek Perry, the latest Marine, a black guy getting the white guy down, as opposed to Daniel Penny, the Marine in the subway, a white guy getting the black guy down. And I just thought that was so interesting and amusing. Now, the other story that also came on over the weekend was what happened in Cincinnati. And that was a whole different story. And now the mayor and the police chief are trying to say this is unacceptable and wrong and everything else. I don't know whether you saw the video. You can still get it if you haven't. Social media showed two people attacking a guy wearing a T-shirt, eventually shoved to the ground. He was kicked several times while he was on the ground, eventually gets up. A woman also unconscious after being punched. Several people did try to help her up. Eventually, she regained consciousness. 4 people have been identified as suspects. They're trying to find at least 8 more. They're still not saying exactly what happened that led to the fight, but they were gang pounded. Even Vice President J.D. Vance weighed in saying he doesn't have all the context. He saw a mob of lawless thugs beating up an innocent person. I hope every one of those people who engaged in violence is prosecuted to the full extent of the law. You had a grown man who sucker punched a middle-aged woman, and where I come from, at least, when you have a grown man sucker punching a middle-aged woman, that person ought to go to jail for a very long time. Frankly, he's lucky there weren't some better people around because they would handle it themselves. Nobody in our great nation should be victim of such a crime where racism motivation, federal law may apply. So I guess there was a possible racial hate. But still, and by the way, it was nice that people tried to help the woman up after she got attacked. How come it happened? How come nobody did anything except take video? I guess people were just taking video instead of attacking the. Well, I don't know. 2 things. Obviously, the one thought is, well, if you're not the kind of person who's going to step into a brawl, getting your phone out to take video at least is evidence, and you can show what happened, after the fact. But on the other hand, there are also people who say, "Oh man, look at this," and the first thing you think about is not trying to stop it or doing something or yelling or screaming for help or anything else. It's to get the freaking video because of the social media and these freaking TV stations in our pockets. So, it's just kind of a shame. And Cincinnati. And the city's rightfully embarrassed, but again, it's not their fault. But people, that's what we got. And what was it? Vegas? There was a shooting, and more people get another thing. I don't know.
Well, how many people were shot since last Thursday in Atlanta? It's approaching 30, right?
Yeah. There we go. Well, that's a Democrat city, man. After Trump made the crime go down, and all of a sudden these Democrat cities and their policies and people upset by and here we go. So anyway, by the way, a couple more showbiz type thing. Also, I have a picture here. This popped up. I didn't see it in the news, but hold on for 1 second here. Concerning Hulk Hogan. If you haven't heard this story, this again. What is the matter with people? This is a woman in Florida. You would think that somebody in Florida, a public official, would know better. Florida County School Board chairperson Sarah Rockwell posted a Facebook comment after Hulk Hogan died. Here's what she said. "Oh, did Hulk die? I didn't even know. Good. One less MAGA in the world." And then she said, Hulk Hogan worked with the McMahons to union bust professional wrestling. He's never been a good guy. I feel absolutely nothing about his death. Oh, this is the chairwoman of the Florida County School Board in Alachua County. Alachua, I think it's pronounced. And then some people were going nuts. So then all of a sudden she says, golly, a few days ago I made a cruel and flippant comment from my personal Facebook, excuse me, it's like that makes a difference.
Bless you.
Yeah, a personal Facebook account on a few friends' posts regarding the death of Hulk Hogan. I deeply regret making the comment, which is since removed out of clear. And then she says, I never have and never will wish harm on anyone, regardless of whether we share political views.
Did you read your post that you posted?
Yeah. Did you read your words? And then she goes on. She said, and this is, to me, this is even worse. Again, she's a county school board chairwoman. She says, I apologize for my way that may have eroded confidence in my ability to represent all students, families, and staff in the county. I want to assure all of you the best interests of our children and our public schools are at the center of everything I do as a board member. I hope I've shown that by my record of advocacy for children, families, and staff members. I apologize for her. Please. How is she? She's going to keep her job? I mean, just appalling. First of all, how could again, she's in Florida. You would think, people who work in Florida, whether they're, liberal or not, would know you're in Florida. So you say things like this out loud, you're probably going to get some kind of a reaction. So she must have known that this was going to explode. Secondly, she's a public official. How would a public official wish badness on any celebrity that died? A wrestler, an entertainer, especially, to make it a political issue.
To tell everybody her opinion on someone she never met and never really had much to do with.
A celebrity. She made a political statement about the death of a guy who was known for a Donald Trump rally, which is all, and I ripped my shirt and stuff. It was a thing. But she had to go out of her way to make it known that she had a comment that she wanted everybody to know. And by the way, the reason I mentioned it now is, I'm sorry, I'm not late for the break, Flounder, is because of this. A picture and this one little sentence popped up on my cell phone over the weekend. The picture... I'm getting choked up looking at it. I don't know if you saw this. The picture is of Hulk Hogan in his casket, wearing his red hat, and it says Hulkmania, in his casket with his red hat saying Hulkmania on it, and by his side is his little dog. And here's what the script says. At the last tribute to WWE icon Hulk Hogan, surrounded by white wreaths and the soft shimmer of candlelight, his cherished Chihuahua Duke was carried by the family to rest quietly by the casket, his mournful eyes still seeking the resonant, familiar voice that once summoned him. His little dog.
So the dog's alive.
The dog's alive.
They didn't kill the dog to put it in with.
But there's a little doggy looking into the casket, with his little paws on the casket by the pillow, looking up at Hulk Hogan.
Well, they say you're supposed to do that. The dogs, they know death, and you need to show them.
In fact, there was another one that popped up. It was a different story of was either a soldier or a police officer who was killed, and his dog was right there they brought the dog in to be with him. Because they want to see that. They want to know they can deal with it. Golly, all right, 3:48.
By the way, we're about to be slammed, so in case I go offline here.
Oh, really? Thunderstorms? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, goody. Okie doke, Starlink, please come on, Elon. A little work, a little something for the effort, okay? All right, 3:48. Oh, geez, here we go. Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry.
The summer's got you thinking about hitting the road. And with back to school right around the corner, you need a vehicle built for the road and safe enough for the family. And Subaru of Gwinnett has it for you. Like the 2025 Subaru Outback, which will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus up to 32 miles per gallon. And if you're up for adventure, it'll get you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance, more than the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4. Or the 2025 Subaru Forester, the SUV for all you love. It's the right-sized SUV for all the adventures ahead, with a spacious and comfortable interior for everyone you want to bring along. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
By texting 26022, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Tax Lien Code. Message and data rates may apply. Terms apply. Available at taxliencode.com.
Imagine waking up and not needing to rush. No commute, no emails, no boss. Just coffee, sunlight, and the freedom to choose. That's the power of tax lien investing. It's been around for over 200 years, used by banks, hedge funds, and the wealthy. And now, finally, it's being taught right here in Atlanta. It's secure, predictable, passive income, backed by real estate and mandated by state law. And it pays you, sometimes 15 to 35% returns. You don't need to own property. You just need to see how it works and how to do it right. We've taught over 100,000 students, and we'll teach you for free at a live masterclass right here in Atlanta. If you're ready to start building real wealth through tax lien investing, this is it. Text EARN to 26022 to reserve your free seat. That's EARN to 26022. But hurry, seats are limited. Text EARN to 26022.
Thanks. You can't find anything at the bottom of a Cracker Jack box anymore, I don't think. A little meatloaf here for you. I made a meatloaf last week.
Meatloaf?
I was going to bring in some for Flounder, but I didn't know if I didn't think it was good enough. So anyway, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder on the radio. On this day in 2011, 63-year-old Meatloaf passed out at the Pittsburgh Trib Amphitheater during an apparent asthma attack. About 10 minutes later, he regained his composure, finished the show. 2011, Meatloaf. Ah! Ah! What was that? The Cadillac? You get a Cadillac in a Cracker Jack box or something. Really, that was kind of a sad, kind of a dreary song he was famous for.
Don't know what you're talking about. But.
Oh, Flounder, what's that Meatloaf song that he did? You're never going to find a prize in a Cracker Jack box.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, my God, I can't believe it. Was this number one? I don't know.
I would do anything for that, but I won't do
No, that was a different one. Well, maybe that was it. Yeah, I would do anything for love, but I wouldn't do that.
That album.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted and everything. All right, a quick birthday list. Dick Ebersol, the famous producer guy, sports guy. Dick Ebersol, 78 years old today. And on this day in history, this was an interesting idea. You think how would this one go over today? From any commander-in-chief. 1942. Joseph Stalin, premier and dictator of the Soviet Union, issues order number 227. The order declared, panic makers and cowards must be liquidated on the spot. Not one step backward without orders from higher headquarters. Commanders who abandon a position without an order from higher headquarters are traitors to the motherland. It became known as the not one step backward order against cowards. These successes by Germany against Russia emboldened Hitler, but the attack on Stalingrad, because of Russia's superior manpower and drain on the German resources, repulsed by the Soviet fighting force. And so the Germans turned their sights on Leningrad. Stalin needed to motivate the officers and civilians alike. On the same day, Russian peasants and partisans in Leningrad killed a German official. The Russian patriots set fire to the granaries and barns in which the stash of agricultural products was stored before transporting it, to ruin all the German supplies. And a pamphlet came out, Russians destroy the German landowners and destroy them from the land of the Soviets. And it was Stalin who said, no more cowards in the Russian army. A great idea. I mean, you know. Anyway, I thought that was kind of weird. 354, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Okay, now speaking of international stuff, Donald Trump, by the way, has won again. Have you heard the liberals saying, oh, Donald Trump's spending millions of taxpayers' dollars to go play golf in Scotland? Oh, my God. He made trillions of dollars of deals while he was over there. Trade deals, tariff deals. They're going to buy hundreds of millions of billions of dollars of our technology and our weapons and opening up the markets. I mean, Donald Trump has done all this again in 6 months. I mean, it's unbelievable. Here he goes. He can't stop. I mean, it's one thing after another.
He just embarrassed the British Prime Minister. Did you see what he did?
In what way? No.
They're sitting next to each other in front of the press, and Trump starts going off on the London mayor about what a piece of crap he is, and he's doing a terrible job. And Starmer, the Prime Minister, goes, well, he's a friend of mine. He goes, he's a horrible person. He's just a terrible person.
But, Trump, I mean, he changed the world. I mean, like the president of France is going, no, they're caving in over in Europe. They're caving in. I mean, oh, please. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, think about what he's done.
He got a hell of a deal from the European Union. And they had to admit that England got a better deal because of Brexit. They've been lying this whole time, saying no, it would kill their economy. They got a better deal because of Brexit, and the EU just folded to Trump.
Yeah. And by the way, how come we're not lowering the interest rates? I mean, you'd think the Fed would, here we go again. It's one more thing.
Hey, I make more money when they're high. So
well, I know. I guess all my.
How does this affect me?
I don't. Yeah, doesn't really affect the Kimmer
or the country.
As a whole, no, it wouldn't affect the Kimmer at all. 356. By the way, more's coming out on Clinton, Hillary, Rodham, P. Stinky, Fart Cabbage Gate. With the Russian people, and the CIA Director John Radcliffe is now teasing the plans to release more information, more files, linking Hillary to the Russian interference and the coup against Donald Trump and the coup against their own party. What's coming out yet, he said, is the underlying intelligence behind the reports. It shows that Hillary Rodham, P. Stinky, Fart Cabbage did the plan, and the FBI was the accelerant to the fake Steele dossier, the fake collusion pouring oil on the fire by the FBI, amplifying the lie and bearing the truth of what Hillary was up to. I hope this all starts coming out so the Democrats finally can't say anything other than, boy, we had no idea. Or, Joe, wish we had known that. Oh, golly. I mean, just get them so there's no choice, no other way to think about it. They went through John Brennan's handwritten notes, discovered intelligence be revealing exactly what happened. It was hidden and buried from the American people, will finally be coming to light. Personal notes by John Brennan. And again, John Brennan, in 1976 in the presidential election, John Brennan voted for Gus Hall, the communist. He said Jimmy Carter wasn't liberal enough, and John Brennan voted for the Communist Party candidate and had to admit that in the lie detector test when he was confirmed to be the CIA director. And he admitted he voted for a communist. How the hell did they give him that job? Yeah. When he admitted he voted for a communist for president. And he still got the job at the CIA. Good grief. Flounder 358, my friend. We got a little Flounder's funny out there. I bet you we have tweets coming up. And
did you guys hear about the woman who burned down the abortion clinic in Wyoming a couple of months ago? Yeah, she burned down Wyoming's only abortion clinic. 2 weeks away from opening, she burns it to the ground. So she's being charged with a bunch of federal hate crimes because it was an abortion clinic. But her conservative lawyers are arguing, no. She burned down a construction site. It wasn't an abortion clinic yet. But then the liberal lawyers are arguing, no, it was an abortion clinic. It became an abortion clinic the second they started building it. Which means we've got conservatives arguing a thing's not a thing until it's totally done, and liberals arguing that clinics begin at construction, and I feel like I'm losing my
mind. Who's that, Flounder?
Mr. Mike Hammock.
Brilliant.
Very, 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 very interesting fellow. By the way, if you haven't seen the Facebook posting and also on YouTube, the princess is leaving. A little station princess, Bella, has got herself a new job. And she's going to Florida. And apparently it's one of those things that she's, a dream job, dream career move or something or other. So I'm happy for her. So, but I put this thing on Facebook. And in fact, even Steve or Stu came out of his office. He was in a meeting. I interrupted him in his meeting because I was so upset. And he said, the thing we had to worry about was how are we going to tell Kimmer? That's true. You see the video. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Cookies.
Drove her off. I drove Amanda away, and now I'm driving Bella away, apparently. It's my fault, I'm sure.
Let's hope HR's not listening to our show.
Coming up on 4 o'clock on the Kimmer, Flounder, Pete, we got the whole thing. Look out.
Streaming across Georgia on the XTRA 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. XTRA 106.3.
Movement on aid. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Humanitarian aid reaching Gaza after Israel made it easier for international groups to distribute supplies.
Now 10-hour daily humanitarian pauses are being implemented in 3 different populated areas of Gaza, along with secure routes for trucks to travel on. Still, the issue of hunger remains a top concern for Palestinian civilians who are trying to survive the war and keep their families safe.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. President Trump telling reporters starvation is real, though he and the Israeli prime minister blame Hamas for lack of a new ceasefire deal. The president's been meeting in Scotland with Britain's prime minister, who's hoping to improve a recent trade deal.
The UK has a 10% baseline tariff, but steel is subject to 25%, albeit lower than the 50% Trump imposed on the rest of the world. The president said we'll know pretty soon here whether steel tariffs come down further.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich in Edinburgh. A warning to American companies from a top FBI official to be on alert for North Korean cyber threats.
Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino warns North Korean IT workers may have already invaded American companies, writing on social media, "We urge you to look critically at your remote workforce." The warning comes days after the Justice Department announced an American citizen was sentenced to 8.5 years in prison for her role in a so-called laptop farm by stealing identities of dozens of Americans to help North Koreans land IT jobs with U.S. companies. The scheme, prosecutors say, generated more than $17 million for North Korea. Bongino says the private sector should remain on high alert.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. The Justice Department says Fortune 500 companies are among those affected. A mixed finish on Wall Street. The Dow down 64 points at the bell. That's off session lows. A new high, though, for the NASDAQ. America is listening to Fox News.
Most people have no idea there's an invisible gap in their home's protection. This invisible threat is house stealing. Con artists pick a house. They transfer the deed of this house into their name by obtaining the forms, using the fake IDs, and filing the paperwork with proper authorities. Now they own the home. Protect your home from this invisible gap. Check on your home's title right now at HomeTitleLock.com. Be sure to use promo code RADIO and they will send you a complete title scan of your home's title. And your first 30 days of triple lock title protection is free. HomeTitleLock.com.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Dun, 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 dun. A little Prince action for you there. Either a Corvette or a Beret or something. I don't know. 2006. Here we
Beret.
go. It was a bad day for Prince on this day, 2006. His second wife, Manuela Testolini Nelson, filed for divorce. 2006. Prince's first marriage was to a dancer named Mayte Garcia. He got married to her in 1996. It lasted 2 years. And then wife number 2 filed for divorce. And that was a ball game in that one there. Raspberry beret. That's what Monica Lewinsky used to wear when she would meet Bill Clinton. And she used to admitted that when she went up, when they had the famous video of him hugging the crowd, and she would hug him, put her one arm, hugged him, and she was also fondling him because nobody could tell. Right in front of the Secret Service.
She did that, huh?
Oh, yeah. No, the famous video, have you seen it, where, they were hugging, and she'd go up to him like this, and one hand was missing. And she admitted that she was having a little fun there. And right in front of the Secret Service. Let's see, birthdays. If you ever watched the Lou Grant TV show, it was a spinoff from Mary Tyler Moore, and the Lou Grant show featured a girl named Linda Kelsey. She is 79, and she was on the Lou Grant. Redhead girl, yep.
Redhead.
Yeah. Was that his daughter or assistant? I can't remember now even for that.
No, they were it was a newsroom, and it was more serious than Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, way more. Yeah, it was serious. It was an actual, almost.
Yeah. She was a reporter, yeah.
I'd forgotten whether she was an editor or whatever, because she was fairly young back then. But anyway, 79 years old. Or 70, what did I say? 79 years old, Linda Kelsey. And on this day in history, 1954, the crime drama On the Waterfront opens in theaters, directed by Elia Kazan, considered by many as one of the best movies ever made. On the Waterfront was inspired by a series of articles in the New York Sun in the late 1940s. Crime on the Waterfront won a Pulitzer Prize for local reporting. Marlon Brando, Carl Malden, Lee J. Cobb, Rod Steiger, Eva Marie Saint. I always thought she was a handsome woman. Was that John Travolta's lover, wasn't it? John Travolta and Dinah Shore?
Really?
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
No, Dinah Shore was Burt Reynolds.
Oh, that's right. But I think it was Eva Marie Saint and John Travolta had a thing.
Really?
A Big Time Charlie thing, if I'm not mistaken. I should look that up. We have an intern. Can we call somebody? Call Lord Brian, see if he take a phone call to look it up and then get back to us.
Yeah. You want to do an over-under if he ever calls?
There you go. I'm almost positive John Travolta and Eva Marie Saint. It was one of those older blonde chicks. If it wasn't Eva Marie Saint, it was...
Wasn't she in North by Northwest with Cary Grant?
Yeah. Great actress. And a very, just a handsome woman, I would think. Anyway, you've already said, the movie focused on union violence, corruption on the waterfronts in Hoboken, New Jersey. The score, musically, Leonard Bernstein. The movie received 12 Academy Awards for On the Waterfront, 8 Oscars won, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor for Brando, and Best Supporting Actress for Eva Marie Saint. On the Waterfront, 1954. Okie dokie, and I'm going to find out if John Travolta was having an affair with Eva Marie Saint.
Ed's on the horn. He wants to talk about On the Waterfront.
On the Waterfront. Ed, you're on the radio. Happy Monday, man. How's it going? What's up?
Hey, Pops. My mother's first cousin was a stuntman for Marlon Brando on the Waterfront.
No kidding. Your mother's first cousin? Is that what you said?
That's it. It was my mother's sister's kid, and he was a boxer, and he also was a secret U.S. Marshal.
Really? Wow.
And then his boxing name was Kid Kilrow. That was his grandfather's name.
Oh my God! How cool is that? Did he say what scenes he did, or what kind of action did he do?
Well, I apparently did all the stunts. I can't remember. I guess I could go back and look, but that's a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't remember what the stunts were. I remember
boxing. He was a boxer.
Was that? Yeah, but he did all the. I guess I'm trying to remember all the scenes of the physical stuff for Marlon Brando as a boxer. Yeah.
Yeah. He was probably one of the nicest, most gentle people you ever want to meet in your life.
I'll be darned. Well, that's a cool story. What a great bucket list kind of thing that is. Excellent. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. That's cool. That's very interesting. I love stories like that. You know, that people leave little unknown things and stuff. And now, was that what was the one with Marlon Brando on the motorcycle with a funny hat?
Wild Bunch.
That was the other.
Or I think it was Wild Bunch.
Town.
Yeah.
Where they took over the town, motorcycle group took over the town. Anyway. 408, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How you doing? If you want to join us, it's 404-741-1230, 741-1230.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter? What happened?
Wild Bunch was that Sam Peckinpah Western with Robert Ryan and all
well, what the hell was a Marlon Brando on the motorcycle?
I'm looking it up as
it was a huge movie. It was a monster movie. How come I don't remember?
Oh, yeah. He also did one called The Wild Bunch. So it was the same.
I bet it was.
Oh, no. The Wild One. The Wild One.
The Wild One was the Marlon Brando one? The Wild One. Oh, okay.
The Wild
One. Yeah, I guess I kind of remember that.
Okay, you were back in that time. Was that really a great fear that a motorcycle gang of white guys would move into your little town and take it over?
I don't ever remember thinking a thing like that.
About it.
I have no idea. I know. I have no idea. I don't think that had ever happened. I don't know.
It's in California. It's always a small town in California, and this wild bunch moves in and takes it over.
I don't know.
Is that how Sons of Anarchy is?
Yes, kind of.
It is.
Similar to that?
Absolutely it is.
One of their best shows ever and one of the worst endings ever. It's worse than The Sopranos, and I like The Sopranos, but
that was a terrible ending.
Yeah.
Terrible ending.
Well, in fact, I think I have the last 5 episodes of Sons of Anarchy, I think, on my DVR. I haven't seen them.
That was so good. That was so
like
good.
That. Kimber Pete and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Let's see. God, I got so many things here. I got a lot of relationship stuff in the news. I want to. Oh, a couple of quick things to mention. We have Pete's Tweets coming up. We have a game coming up. We have an AI update. In fact, Pete, maybe think about that right now, unless it's something you have to hold later, because I'm doing it in terms of this. I saw a story popped up on my phone today about a guy reacting to the new plan by rental car companies to use AI to determine whether there was damage to your rental vehicle. I remember we talked about this about a week or so ago, and when you bring your car back now, they have a scanner. And the scanner is an AI scanner, and the scanner scans every square millimeter to see if there's anything different on the car than was before. And with there have been examples of a guy had a 2-inch tiny little scratch or something. They charge them $400. They have a predetermined price it's going to cost you. So when the AI scans your vehicle, if they say, well, there's a scratch here that's $400, they charge you. And then they say, well, if you want to do something about it, you have to call the people at the Hertz rental car place don't know anything about it. They say, well, you have to call customer service, and you can never get through. And when you do get through, they say, well, there's nothing we can do about it. Well, finally, a guy today on my phone showed an example of this AI thing on the car he brought back, and they charged him with a scratch or something, and it was actually some kind of dirt or a sap or something or other. And he said, this is absolutely out of control. AI, I mean, of all the wonderful things AI is going to do, now he says, I'm not going to go. It happened at Atlanta Airport. The Hertz rental car at Atlanta Airport was what happened. Like a week ago we talked, and this guy says, that's it. I can't. I'm not going to do rental cars that do a freaking AI that's going to charge you $300 or $400 because of what their machine says, and you can't fight it? I don't think so.
No, I'm not going to do it. Sorry.
And it's Hertz that apparently is doing it, and I don't know whether anybody else has followed them, but I mean, this is a bad sign. I can't imagine that. I mean, and this got a lot of publicity. It was on my phone. It means it's everywhere. So I'm Flounder, are you trying to get to me?
Seriously.
Yeah, Robbie's on the horn. He has a story about rent a car.
Excellent. Robbie, what's up, man? Happy Monday.
Yeah, man, one of my buddies was out hunting out west, and they rented a car, and it had a small crack in the windshield. When they turned it back in, the guy says, oh, you got to pay for the windshield. And he argued with him, and he said, well, I'm going to call the cops. And he said, call them. So the deputy come out, and the deputy said, well, you're going to have to pay for it. So he paid $250 for windshield, and he looked at the deputy. He said, well, I paid for that windshield. It's mine. He said, yes, sir. He pulled his boot off, and he beat the windshield out of that car. He said, you won't do that to nobody else. So
I love it.
Just grinned and walked off. That guy just screamed, you can't do that. He said, you won't do it again.
I love it. Hey, thanks, man. Hoorah. 413, Kimber Pete and Flounder. It's freaking Monday. I don't know how you're doing. And Braves are still gone, well, they're gone, I guess. Although, I don't know, are there trade things? Oh, by the way, Deion Sanders update. We have Holy Crap at Sports in an hour, but Deion Sanders is definitely in the news, and I hope it's good news. It's certainly scary and...
Sounds it.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's going to be some really good stuff. Anyway, Deion Sanders in the news. Next, Kimber Pete and Flounder coming up.
It's time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
Well, it's that time of the year again when parents across the country take the most precious thing in their lives and turn that thing, their children, over to the government to be educated. How stupid can we be? Listen to this. This product of government schools is asked to name 2 countries in North America.
Europe? Or no, wait, I know the answer. There's no countries in North America.
There isn't?
No, because, I don't know. That one was really hard because...
Okay.
Other questions like, how many hours in a day? This high schooler stumbled around and then answered, 1. Ask them when the War of 1812 was fought. They can't tell you. What country did the United States gain its independence from? Mexico? There is no parent out there, really, that will say, yes, government education is doing a great job with our children. But then they will say, but my school, the school that my kids go to, is just great. Every parent that cares about their children should be sending them to private school or homeschooling them. At the very least, they should be actively engaged with some organization fighting for school choice. Would you let the government tell you what grocery store you had to shop at based on your zip code? No, you wouldn't stand for that. Apparently, where you buy groceries is a lot more important than where you send your child to be educated and prepared for life. It was never the intention of the people that created our government school system a little over 100 years ago to create a system that really educated these kids. They just wanted them smart enough to follow orders and read instructions. Look what you're doing to your child. Neil Bortz, XTRA 106.3.
Make going back to school a little more fun as the Brewers and Marlins come to Truist Park August 4th through the 10th. The week includes the Ronaldo Lopez bobblehead giveaway presented by Coca-Cola, followed by the Ronald Acuna Jr. Funko Pop giveaway presented by Xfinity. Then head into the weekend series where it's all about the kids, including Kids Club Day on August 9th, plus 2 Kids Gate giveaways featuring the Chris Sale Triple Crown and the Kids Sliding Mitt. And the second half of August is even more stacked, with more fun as the White Sox and division rival Mets battle the Braves August 18th through the 24th. Fans can look forward to 3 giveaways, including the 1995 World Series replica ring presented by Coca-Cola on Alumni Night, which will celebrate the 30th anniversary of the World Series title, a camo rope hat presented by Realtree as part of the hunting and fishing night at Truist Park, and more. Purchase your tickets at Braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
Kimmer here. You know, there's a lot of companies out there talking about windows and siding. Well, let me narrow the list for you. Peach State Windows. I first worked with Jeff, the owner, and his wife 25 years ago. Family business, top-grade, energy-efficient windows, custom fit perfectly, deals on siding. Oh, my, like I had Hardy Plank to be just right for your home. Peach State Windows, but so much more. Roof issues? No problem. How about entry doors? Yep, their pros make those just right, too. Financing? No money down. 770-485-8011 or peachstatewindows.com. Down. Wrong side of town, and it came from the wrong side of town. Down.
Who sings that?
I like this is the Shangri-Las.
Let's keep it that way.
Thank you. I used to like this song. That boy, the leader of the pack. 1996. One of those singers, Marge Ganser, passed away from breast cancer. The singer of the Shangri-Las. They had 10 monster hits in the 60s, including this, the year of my graduation from prep school in 1964, Leader of the Pack. And when I got to college that fall, I tricked my parents into giving me money for the fall cotillion prom and bought a motorcycle for $75 or something on fraternity anyway.
I just got a call from ASCAP, and they said they will pay you if you don't sing that song.
Leader, look out, look out, look out, look out. Oh, mercy. The 60s, good grief. Birthday list includes Lori Loughlin, 61. She was Uncle Jesse's wife, Rebecca, on Full House and Fuller House, a very attractive woman. And before the college admissions scandal, she was famous on TV. She and her husband paid, I think, $500,000 in bribes to get their daughter into USC. Lori Loughlin, she spent 2 months in prison. She meant to spend I know.
Why would you bribe someone to get to University of Spoiled Children?
Well, and faking that they were Olympic champion rowers and stuff. I mean, it was just the whole. Remember the scandal was several people.
The film school's good, but the rest of it, please.
Yeah, but still, I mean, can you imagine being in a situation where you just offer somebody $500,000 to get your daughter into college?
How dumb was she?
Good Lord. Well, but taking them. I mean, you're the coach of a. I don't know. The whole thing is just so seamless. I mean, that kind of money.
Why would you put your daughter in a situation where she's over her head the moment she goes in? It's like the DEI thing where they were getting these kids that didn't have a great schooling and letting them into Harvard Medical School. They'd be in there for one semester and they said, I can't handle this, and they'd leave.
Yeah, I didn't know there was chemistry, I mean, seriously. Hell, Harvard has remedial reading courses.
I know.
For incoming freshmen. I think they all do. I'll bet you every freaking Ivy League school has a remedial course program for incoming freshmen. I definitely wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, speaking of incoming freshmen, 1965, I was a freshman in college as President Johnson announced more troops are going to Vietnam. Yes, there were 75,000 in Vietnam in 1965, and on this day, President Johnson said, now we're going to make it 125,000 and more if necessary. And by the way, to do this, he said, we're going to need drafters. We're going to be drafting people. It used to be 17,000 got drafted in 65. Now it's going to 35,000. And he appealed to the United Nations to try to negotiate an end to the war. Yeah, let's see. The communist leaders attacked LBJ for sending more troops. Congress also, at the moment, back early, were reported to favor LBJ's decision to send more troops. State governors convening for their annual conference supported a resolution backing LBJ sending more troops to Vietnam in 1965. It was a major turning point, effectively guaranteed the U.S. military leaders were basically offered a blank check to fight the war in Vietnam. There would eventually be 500,000 troops there.
Drafts are evil. Drafts are pure. If you can't convince enough people that something's just enough to fight for, then it's not worth fighting for.
Well, and
you volunteered, so it's got nothing to do with you. I mean,
Well, the draft, and I remember my brother telling me, my brother Gene was at Williams College, and there were one of the most elite, prestigious, intellectual type literary colleges in the world, and there were guys there who were so anti doing anything physical or going to Vietnam that they would literally stand at the top of the stairwell and jump down to the floor to break the arches in their feet.
Yeah, flat
feet and bagged ankles, so they wouldn't be able. So they couldn't get drafted. They'd fail their physical.
Well, that was at John Irving, the prayer for Owen Meany, where he shot his thumb off or something to make sure he didn't go or something like that.
Good Lord. Anyway,
fish sticks on the horn.
Fish sticks. Happy Monday. How's it going? What's up? Look out.
How you doing, Kim? I'll start this off by saying welcome home, Jarhead.
Well, you're worth it. You're worth it.
Let's see. I think Lee Marvin was in that movie, the wild one.
I'm sorry. Say again. Who was?
Okay, Lee Marvin.
Oh, Lee Marvin.
I believe was in Wild One. He had the striped shirt on.
Oh man, I don't remember. I'll believe you. I don't remember.
See.
Yeah.
Well, you see kids walking around with a T-shirt on that says Hollister across the front of it. You ask them kids what it means, and they got no idea. Okay, what happened was Hollister was an AMA motorcycle event, and they took over the town. And that's where you get that famous picture out of Life magazine where huge guy sitting on a motorcycle surrounded by a bunch of beer bottles.
I'll be darned. No, I'll be darned. Oh, man, this is going back.
Yeah, I can't remember. Late 40s, early 50s when that happened.
Wow.
But that led to the 1% non-AMA clubs. A lot of that coming right out of Hollister with the AMA. And I've set it up.
I'll be darned.
So enjoy your week.
Thanks, Fish. I appreciate it, Fish Sticks. Thank you so much. 424.
Lee Marvin played Chino.
Man, I just remember the picture about Marlon Brando. Again, all I wanted in my life was a police motorcycle. I wanted one of those big white police motorcycles, and I finally got one. I don't have it anymore. I had to sell it. But
the best shot from the Wild One is Marlon Brando and the two guys beside him, and they're riding.
Yeah,
and you can tell it's a fake screen behind him, and they're just sitting there bouncing up and down. It's so bad.
And all those 50s, they all had the back window of the cars,
It's like Airplane when Robert Stack is driving
runs over the bike rider,
running over people. There's gunfighting going on behind him.
That's where the posse, Indian chase or something. My God. 425 404-741-1230. Let's make a little fun. We can play a little soundbite here, Flounder. 2 and 1, perhaps. But first of all, there was over the weekend a Big Apple rally in support of Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert. As you know, millions and millions of Americans are just furious, blaming Donald Trump for canceling Stephen Colbert, who's allowed to stay in the air for a whole another year almost, by the way. The protests are outrageous, and now they're going to shut down the whole country because they announced a rally. Organizers of a rally called We're with Colbert said, let's gather outside the CBS Broadcasting Center on Manhattan's West Side and shut down this place. And so they did it on Sunday. And almost 15 people showed up, yes? Almost 20 protesters showed. Golly, it was so... A nationwide call for integrity. The event organizer, a nationwide call for integrity. Our country's not perfect, never has been. However, we've always had the First Amendment, and now Mango Mussolini is trying to take that from us. Mango Mussolini is, oh my God, that's their nickname for Donald Trump? Mango for his orange face.
Yeah, that's a good
orange
one,
hair. Mango Mussolini. Mango Mussolini. I saw 20 people. Even the cops said, we're shutting. They went home. The cops showed up. People showed up. 14, 18 people showed up, and they stood around for a second, said, okay, and left. And so finally the cops said, let's go.
They had placards. God. They had made placards with this multi-million-dollar narcissist on them. Like we're supposed to feel sorry for this guy.
Yeah. I mean, unbelievable. He keeps his job for another year at $80 million, whatever, and then he gets to do more, do whatever he wants to do. It's not like he's out of work forever. Good grief. Flounder, let's play cut number 2 here. Jay Leno. In fact, Johnny Carson said something here recently, too. We'll get that for you from, he said it a long time ago, but it's come back in vogue now. And Jay Leno is slamming all the late-night hosts for trying to tick off half their audience. For example, here's cut number 2. Flounder, if you will. Jay Leno.
Rodney Dangerfield and I were friends. I knew Rodney 40 years. I have no idea if he was Democrat or Republican. We never discussed. We just discussed jokes. And to me, I like to think that people come to a comedy show to kind of get away from the pressures of life, wherever it might be. And I love political humor, don't get me wrong, but what happens is people wind up cozying too much to one side or the other. Funny is funny. When I was with Rodney, it was always the economy of words. Get to the joke as quickly as possible. Why shoot for just half an audience all the time? Why not try to get the whole... I mean, I like to bring people into the big picture. I don't understand why you would alienate one particular group, or just don't do it at all. I'm not saying you have to throw your support or whatever, but just do what's funny.
Seems pretty simple. And again, I don't know. I'd like to try to figure out where it started. Who was the first one to really start getting political? Was it Jimmy Kimmel, maybe?
Well, Letterman did a few, but
yeah,
not
but
a
Letterman was
lot.
funny but Letterman did everybody. I mean, his top
Jack
10 list
Carr
hit
did
everybody.
And Dick Cavett was political.
Dick Cavett was very
Lester
political.
Maddox and all that. Yeah, he was that way.
But he wasn't. Dick Cavett wasn't doing a comedy show. He wasn't doing a comedy variety show. He was doing a talk show where he got political. Now let's play cut number one. Johnny Carson, some time ago, was asked the same basic kind of a question where he described what he believed to be the way to run a talk show, and Johnny Carson felt this way.
Do you get sensitive about the fact that people say he'll never take a serious controversy?
Mike Wallace.
Well, I have an answer to that. I said, now, tell me the last time that Jack Benny, Red Skelton, any comedian, used his show to do serious issues. That's not what I'm there for. Can't they see that? But why do they think that just because you have a Tonight Show that you must deal in serious issues? That's a danger. It's a real danger. Once you start that, you start to get that self-important feeling that what you say has great import. And strangely enough, you could use that show as a forum. You could sway people, and I don't think you should as an entertainer.
Johnny Carson and Jay Leno, these guys knew what they were talking about, and they were successful for a very long time. Maybe they have a secret that's not so secret. But I think these new guys have killed late-night entertainment shows.
For a little bit, I think we've gone through a phase now, and hopefully we'll go back to more entertainment and less, shoving an agenda down your throat.
Yeah. I'd like to bring back, who was the guy who did the late night overnight show on Tom Snyder.
Well, he's dead.
I know.
You know who was good at it was Craig. Craig
Kilborn.
not Kilborn. He sucked at it. That's the Scottish guy.
Yeah. I know. He shows up on my Facebook all the time. He's got a thing for ladies' feet.
He does. Yeah. And ladies. I saw him at the Variety Playhouse down in Decatur.
And they love it, too. They fawn all over it. When the girl comes on his show, man, they're all over him. I mean, he's got a thing going. Yeah, Craig, what the hell's his last name? Not Ferguson.
Ferguson, yeah.
Craig Ferguson, that's it. Anyway, Kimber P. Flounder, 4:30. How you doing? Happy Monday. How's it going? Look out. Here we go.
Hey, Braves fans, sometimes life throws you a knee-buckling curveball. That's when Truist One Checking steps up to the plate. If you're behind in the count, you won't have to worry about overdraft fees. Plus, eligible clients enjoy a balance buffer for some extra cushion. You'll get a convenient mobile app to keep an eye on things and access to thousands of Truist ATMs. Be ready every inning with Truist One Checking. It's life-ready checking that grows with you. Get Truist One Checking today. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
This is Tom with the Honest Car Guy.
Hey, what's with all this honesty stuff?
We help you buy your next pre-owned car or truck honestly.
How honestly?
We guarantee that each vehicle we sell will come with a bill of sale showing what we paid for the vehicle. You'll pay what we pay, plus an honest fee. Guaranteed.
No gimmicks or tricks?
Nope.
Man, this sounds like a new way to buy a car.
Get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1 or visit honestcarguy.com.
There's a new vibe in Tucker, and it's teeing off at Heritage Golf Links. After a multi-million-dollar renovation, the course has never looked better. From pristine new greens and bunkers to the stunning 11,000-square-foot putting green, Heritage Golf Links is ready to impress, challenge, and deliver an unforgettable round you'll come back for again and again. And when the sun goes down, the game keeps going. Our one-of-a-kind night range is lit up and open Friday and Saturday nights until 10 p.m., so your swing can shine under the lights. So, whether you're practicing, playing, or just enjoying the full-service bar and grill, Heritage Golf Links is the perfect place for golfers who want more than just a round. Heritage is a destination and a better golf experience. Reserve your tee time at heritagegolflinks.com. That's heritagegolflinks.com.
Located just minutes from downtown Atlanta, Heritage Golf Links is easily accessible from I-285 and I-85.
Extra 106.3 personalities aren't afraid to tell it like it is.
Without Donald Trump, nothing that's going on would be happening right now. Donald Trump is changing the world.
And you'll never hear us spew that violent rhetoric from the left. So don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Because we're happy to have you as part of the Extra community.
I particularly like Donald Trump's actions in getting illegal aliens the hell out of this country.
Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
The guy just keeping it crunk. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. On the farm of Atlanta, WFOM 106.3. You and me, baby. Coffee, tea, or me, happy 106.3. Hey, ho. Anyway, there we go. 1992, rapper Ice-T said Warner Brothers is going to pull the song Cop Killer from all future copies of his album Body Count. The song targeted a protest by lawmen, no kidding, saying it encouraged the killing of police officers. So Ice-T said, all right, I'll tell you what, I'll give away recordings of Cop Killer at all my concerts. And, of course, the ironic twist, Ice-T would later join the cast of the NBC Police Story or Law and Order. That's how they're going to... Ice-T, punk. Is he the one that does the commercials on the beach with a Mexican beer or something? Is that Ice-T?
No, that's Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Snoop Dogg. Is that the same as It's not the same guy, right?
No.
I'm just checking.
Ice-T was in the Shark movie that killed Samuel L. Jackson. The shark ate him.
Oh,
Sharknado?
Oh, Shark. Oh,
no, not Sharknado.
Yeah, it was a different one.
Deep something, I think.
All right, hold on a minute. We'll get all this going here. Let's see. Our birthday list includes John David Washington is 41. John David Washington is Ricky on Ballers and the Spike Lee comedy Black Klansman. And John David Washington at age 41 is Denzel Washington's son, which is why I mentioned it here in case anybody cares about that, just for the record. And
are you thinking of Deep Blue Sea?
Deep,
yeah,
because that was LL Cool J.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, well, we got our rappers. Well, we know once in a while you got the white guys.
Rappers,
I mean,
these rappers sound alike.
Well, I get it mixed up when I'm driving home. Ice-T, Soldier Boy. I mean, who the hell am I supposed to? Gee.
Tupac.
In fact,
come on.
Hell, Soldier Boy's birthday is 35 years old. Crank that Soldier Boy, kiss me through the phone. I mean, we're all sometimes we get them confused. All right, and now
I bet if you put a photo of Ice-T next to LL Cool J.
You wouldn't be able to tell which.
I would, but I'd have to see the photo.
And now, our history of note. Oh, by the way, coming up later, I have a musical history note for you, thanks to Flounder. And I also have a musical tribute to after a guy passed away. And it was a related thing was the reason I eventually, by accident, got into radio, which is kind of weird. Anyway, coming up in a little bit. On this day, 1945, a military plane, a B-25 Mitchell bomber with 2 American pilots on board, was flying from Bedford, Massachusetts to LaGuardia Airport in New York, and the fog was brutal. So air traffic control said this in 1945, said, no, don't fly to New York, go to Newark instead. So it took them right over Manhattan. And they get to Newark, and they were warned the Empire State Building's the tallest building in the city, and you can't see it because of the fog. So they went really slowly and quite low to get better visibility. When they got a little lower, all of a sudden the Chrysler Building is right in front of them in Midtown. So they swerved to avoid the Chrysler Building and went right into the north side of the Empire State Building on the 79th floor. The plane's fuel exploded. The interior of the Empire State Building filled with flames all the way down to the 75th floor. The hole the plane ripped open was pouring flames. One engine from the plane, this is a B-25 bomber, one engine went straight through the building and landed in a penthouse apartment across the street. Other plane parts were embedded in and on top of nearby buildings. The other engine snapped an elevator cable with at least one woman still in the elevator car. The emergency brake saved the woman from crashing to the bottom, but then the engine fell down the shaft and landed on top of it. Somehow, rescuers quickly barely pulled her out of the elevator as the engine came crashing down on the elevator car. It was a Saturday, so there weren't that many people. 11 people died. The fuel tossed them out of the building. They were relief workers for the National Catholic Welfare Conference. In the offices of where the plane had crashed, 3 people on the plane died, and the hole in the Empire State Building was 20 feet wide, but it did not affect the structural integrity, which is amazing when you think about the planes that flew in on 9/11.
But they were much bigger, and they were much faster when they hit.
Yeah. But again, even when that happened, I remember thinking to myself, oh, my God, the building's coming down. I would have thought that it would just, be a fire on the top of the building, and I didn't think the building would fall. I mean, it collapsed. It was like a slinky. I was, oh, my God, how did that happen? I mean, seriously, I still don't really know how that happened. The structural integrity of it can be just the extra weight of the top of the building for the top floors falling down with that. It was just the weight of each floor getting bigger and bigger as it fell. I mean, I still don't understand the engineering fact of how those buildings fell from the plane hitting at the top.
There are rabbit holes you can go down, conspiracy theories, a whole bunch of stuff that goes on with that. Yeah. I mean, the Pentagon thing.
Totally flabbergasted when I saw that. I just couldn't believe it. All right, 441. Let's do this. Kim, repeat, and flounder, and we got tweets, and we got flounders funnies, and we got all kinds of stuff here on your Monday afternoon. And hey, Johnny Olson, let's bring down contestant number 4. As we play. Holy crap, Pete's got a game right here on 106.3, the Farm of Atlanta. There you go.
All right.
Yes,
all right.
Yeah.
Carmen sent this.
Yeah.
You have to eat your birthday month for a month or starve to death.
Wait a minute. You have to what? Eat your birthday month?
I'm going to give you a restaurant.
I got you. Okay.
One restaurant.
I got you.
You have to eat the entire month or you starve. Now, you're a March baby like me, right?
Yeah, 31 days.
And this is a good one, we have Arby's.
I could eat Arby's every day for a month. I'm 31
they
days.
Have
I'll
a
bet you.
Diverse menu.
Yeah, good
they
menu.
got gyros and the roast beef and all kinds. Yeah, we could probably survive on Arby's because a lot.
Yeah.
Flounder, what month were you born in?
I was born in August.
I have some bad news for you.
Oh, God.
Well, actually, it's not too bad because you have dessert. Dairy Queen.
Oh, God.
I'm not sure about the food.
I'm
not
hot
sure.
Dogs, hamburgers, fries.
Hard to mess up a hot dog or a hamburger, although I don't remember.
That's all you're eating is hot dogs and hamburgers.
Yeah, for a month,
ice cream,
fries.
And ice cream.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't think I've ever ordered. Well, I'm sure as a kid, I'm sure I had a cheeseburger from Dairy Queen, but it's all just the ice cream for me.
Veronica was born in December. What would hers be?
Hers is Chipotle.
Oh, God.
Well,
so she may not survive just because of.
By the way,
you won't survive because it's Chipotle.
No. Now look at you, look at Flounder remembering his wife's birthday month, huh? Okay,
smart man.
Yeah, good.
Smart, yes,
bringing the wife into the. Yeah, okay, good. This is
it's
good.
the day after Christmas, so I can't really forget.
I know, I wouldn't think so.
That's nice. All right, January people have to have McDonald's. Could you survive a McDonald's for a month?
You know, no. I have not been to a McDonald's in literally in years that I can remember.
Top of the hill when you leave. Stop by those cheeseburgers when you're hungry and I'm hungry and starving. I'll whip in there and get me a cheeseburger and eat it on the way home.
I've always loved McDonald's. I don't have a thing bad to say about McDonald's.
And you can leave it in your car for a month and it's going to look exactly the same if you don't eat it.
You can eat it then.
That's right. Lucky you.
February is Burger King. Burger King's got better burgers.
Yeah, they got a decent burger, actually.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Let's see. April is Domino's.
No.
They have a lot of choices, but it's still all Domino's.
Yeah, because they removed Domino's Pizza. Now they're just Domino's because they have more of a variety of
I've
food.
always liked Domino's with their stuff. Don't they have stuffed crust in there? Have meat lovers?
No, that was
you can't go wrong
pizza. Pizza Hut came out with the stuffed crust first, and then everybody else jumped on now. Domino's.
You can't go wrong with a meat lover's pizza if you like,
Supreme.
Stuff.
I get the Supreme, the Bertolucci's.
Yeah, just pour that
up,
stuff on there. Eat that crap.
All right, here, the people born in May, you ain't going to live. You're Taco Bell.
Oh, boy.
Although last night I almost hit Taco Bell.
Well, in fact, I just realized there's one right near me, and because I love those silly little Mexican pizzas. It's just a tortilla with cheese melted on it.
Do they still do those?
I think they do.
I thought they got rid of them.
Well, then I'm not going there if they don't have it. And
Right,
also, a chicken quesadilla is kind of hard to mess up a chicken quesadilla, So,
like June is Subway. That would get old really fast. You July people have Dunkin' Donuts.
Wow, I don't know if I could eat a month of donuts.
Krispy Kreme maybe, but not Dunkin'. Let's see, September, these people, good Lord, Red Lobster.
Oh, my.
Their biscuits are good.
A lot of butter sauce.
Yeah, a lot of lobster. Let's see, October is Popeyes.
Decent fried chickens.
Popeyes,
Chicken and fries.
Popeyes.
And November, I can deal with November because it's IHOP, and they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, I could always eat IHOP. It's hard to mess up that stuff. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. It's 4:45 already. Carrot, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. Donald Trump's making trade deals. He's got more tariff stuff. And we'll have the latest. We didn't talk about Deion Sanders. Holy Crap of Sports is coming up. But a quick update and a tease coming up here shortly with Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Hopefully it's good news after some bad news with Deion. And that's coming up next year. Look out.
By texting 26022, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Tax Lien Code. Message and data rates may apply. Terms apply. Available at taxliencode.com.
Imagine waking up and not needing to rush. No commute, no emails, no boss. Just coffee, sunlight, and the freedom to choose. That's the power of tax lien investing. It's been around for over 200 years, used by banks, hedge funds, and the wealthy. And now, finally, it's being taught right here in Atlanta. It's secure, predictable, passive income backed by real estate and mandated by state law. And it pays you, sometimes 15 to 35% returns. You don't need to own property. You just need to see how it works and how to do it right. We've taught over 100,000 students, and we'll teach you for free at a live masterclass right here in Atlanta. If you're ready to start building real wealth through tax lien investing, this is it. Text EARN to 26022 to reserve your free seat. That's EARN to 26022. But hurry, seats are limited. Text EARN to 26022.
When you meet with Coach Pete's local trusted advisor, Craig Chandler, about your retirement plan, it's not only comprehensive, it's customized because everyone is different. Coach Pete, give us a glimpse of that meeting with Craig Chandler.
Yeah, we do 22 steps behind the scenes for your plans, folks, and we give it all on one page. We explain it all on one page in coding, easy to understand, so you see exactly what's going to happen in retirement. It's a one-page retirement income plan, and if you haven't had that yet, we're going to do that at no cost or obligation. If you call right now, we'll put one together for you, but it'll put you in control of retirement instead of retirement controlling you, and that's the best thing you could ever feel is that freedom, the financial freedom that you and your family deserve.
Get that look at what your retirement plan can be. Great second opinion, too. No cost, no obligation. Call Craig Chandler, 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164.
Yeah, this was brutal, man. 1979, Boomtown Rats had their second British #1 single hit, written by Bob Geldof, I Don't Like Mondays. It was a report on the shooting spree of 16-year-old Brenda Ann Spencer, who fired at children playing in a school playground across the street from her home in San Diego. She killed 2 adults and injured 8 children and 1 police officer. The 16-year-old girl showed no remorse. Her full explanation, I don't like Mondays. This livens up the day. 16 years old. Just for shooting him from across the street. Freaking brutal. Bob Geldof wrote this song. He was what was his We Are the World? Was that Geldof or what was he?
Yes, yes, it was. Yeah. We Are the World.
And by the way, I used to like that song, and I like the one we taught the world to sing.
No. We Are the World was the American version. The British version was what was that?
Don't they know they're starving or something like that? Did he do the Africa one? Don't they know
it's Christmas?
Yeah. Don't they know it's Christmas?
Well, I loved all those songs. In fact, Flounder, I should bring in my magic music today, and one day and ask you to put Don't They Know It's Christmas. Also, the one where we all sing along together, and the one I was just talking about that I just forgot.
Yeah, but you have to wonder, like, how they're starting to research where all the money didn't go to that concert for the fires. For things like We Are the World and all this stuff, did the money actually go to the cause?
Yeah, good question. Well, look what's happening now in Gaza, and all of a sudden you see. In fact, I saw the video of these people, by the. Well, I don't know how big the crowd was because they were mostly close-ups, but crowds and crowds of people with their metal pots, all begging for the food. I mean, and I thought to myself, "Holy cow! It's so bad that now they're climbing all over one another to try to get to. How is it possible that all the billions of dollars that we've given, to take care of this kinds of stuff, where they haven't got a program where people can eat? I mean, there's like what one guy giving out, one thing at a time to thousands of people. What the hell kind of organization is that? It's just, and it's freaking Putin, I guess. And Trump finally says that I'm not messing with you anymore. We've been dicking around with you for a long time. I'll give you 10 days, 10, 12 days. And if you don't do that, then we're going to, I guess he's going to go get him after the oil. He's going to punish people buying any oil from Russia. And if that doesn't shut them down, I don't know. I mean, I don't have an answer for what the hell's going on with this stuff.
I wonder what that does with our negotiations with China, because he's working with China right now.
Well, if China can bail out Russia, I don't.
The latest, the China, that the deadline's looming, but they seem to have had a breakthrough in the last weekend, so we'll see.
Well, you could certainly hope so. Let's see. A couple of other quick things. I got a Deion update. In fact, let's do that now. Pete Davis Sports coming up in like 25 minutes. But Deion Sanders, Neon Deion, prime time, is back in the news and kind of scary. What's the latest on Deion Sanders there, Pete Davis? Just as a tease.
He had the cancer in the wall of his bladder. It did not get through into the muscle. So they basically, to make sure, they took his bladder out and replaced it. I don't know if it's artificial or whatever.
Really?
They replaced his bladder, and they said they got all the cancer, and he's cancer-free now. And he says he is going to coach all year. He's going to be on the sidelines.
What originally, I think the rumor was that Deion Sanders has quit, or he's retired, or he's gone, or he's not going to coach anymore, or something. There was something going on. And then, in fact, early this morning, I think, there was a question about that, but then it came out that he had bladder cancer. And
there's everyone said all along, as soon as his sons left, that he would find some excuse to leave, and you heard a bit about that, but no, he had bladder cancer. They took out the whole thing.
Yeah. And in fact, I remember he didn't have like some kind of diabetic thing with his foot or some mangled arteries.
They amputated part of his foot.
Yeah. And I thought, well, maybe that's the reason, but hell, he had bladder cancer. So, is it an artificial pout? I wonder.
A balloon of some sort, or
I wonder. I guess they can do anything now.
And they do it with the I forgot it's called laparoscopy. I can't say it. Kind of like they took my gallbladder out, but they pop little holes in there and put the tubes in and play with the robot arms and stuff. It's pretty amazing.
Unbelievable. Well, good. I guess he's recovering and doing good. So good for him. Deion Sanders, a good sign. Bump. Let's see. Oh, quick. I thought this was hysterical over the weekend. The Florida God, I can't speake. You know, I for some reason I've just got to slow down. I get revved up, and from 5:30 in the morning, and I have my doctor's appointment, and I walked into them, and they said, by the way, you have a 9:45 with Dr. So and so. I said, doctor, I don't have another 9:45 after this. So yeah, and I said, well, I think you got the wrong guy. They had a different file up, and I'm going anyway. But they were great. Oh, you know what? And fun about the doctor's office. Tell me if this is a thing. When you sign in, this is my heart doctor, Northside something or other. And when you get there, and they give you a chart to fill out your name or whatever, and they have 2 baskets on the counter. One of them is filled with, I don't want to say cheap, but they're, not expensive ballpoint pens, the kind of really cheap kinds of ballpoint pens, kind of like you give away as little trophies or something. And they have 2 baskets, and one is labeled new, and the other one is labeled used. And when you take a pen to fill out your form, you're supposed to put it in the used pen basket.
Yes.
So nobody gets your fingerprints or your finger moisture and stuff like that. But I got to thinking, do they throw them out? Because there must have been 40 pens in that basket.
They clean them.
So they have to hire somebody to clean. I mean, honestly, there must have been 40 pens in that. When I got to the doctor's office this morning at 9 o'clock, there were probably 18 people in there. And
I don't think they've hired one person to
But who cleans the pen? I mean, come on. Are they really cleaning the pens, I wonder?
Well, they tell you they're
but man, I don't mean to be suspicious.
Pen,
but I thought, who the hell cleans? Do they throw them away? If they throw them away, that's got to be expensive.
They don't throw them away.
Well, I'm just saying, it was a mystery, and I didn't want to ask him because I didn't want to know the answer. And I don't really care because I'm going to do it anyway.
You should have grabbed a handful. If you're going to throw these away, I'll take
I got
them.
A few of these. Anyway, speaking of health stuff, we mentioned this the other day, and I never got to it. The number of steps you should be taking every day. Now, a flounder, he's in there. Are you okay in there? I thought maybe somebody in there.
Nope,
you're like a workout guy and in really great shape and all that kind of stuff. Kind of like the way I used to be 40 years ago myself.
I don't know about that.
Well, now, are you in a counting steps?
I'm able to with the ring I have.
Yeah, you got that Oura ring thing.
Yeah, so if I want to look at my steps, I can look at my phone on my app, but it's dead. I need to charge it, so it hasn't read my updates in a couple days.
But is that the thing you do?
What are you, Green Lantern?
No, maybe
you got to charge your ring?
Yeah, he's got to charge
because you have to charge it like every 4 days.
Yeah. Now, but is that
something? Lantern, you put it up again?
Oh my God! Is that in fact what you check regularly?
I don't check it regularly. Really, I check my sleep habits and stuff like that. And
now, in terms of steps, what do you think about steps? Do you care about steps? Is that do you have a number or something?
I would think you want to probably get around between 9,000 and 10,000 a day.
9,000 to 10,000. I think that's probably, if you were to say what the average answer of people who work out would be, they're probably 10,000 steps a day. I think it's been kind of the general level, hasn't it?
It's harder. It's harder to do 10,000 than you think. You've got to make a concerted effort.
That's a lot. Well, guess what? That may be way too much. Lancet Public Health, which is a biggie.
Pete's smiling.
I knew it.
Lancet Public Health says we have comprehensive evidence that the real number to target of steps you take every day can be way lower than 10,000. Researchers linked walking 7,000 steps a day to reduce risk of health issues, including a cause of death by 50%, cardiovascular disease, cancer, type 2 diabetes, dementia, depression, and falling. Little exercise is better than none. Even smaller count of 2,000 steps a day can yield better health outcomes. Steps are part of exercising, a part of aerobic activity. It means getting oxygen to all the organs of the body, the muscles in the body, the brain. The more steps you do, the more circulation you get. 7,000 steps is about 3.5 miles. That would be walking at a brisk pace of 15 minutes a mile. You can take you about an hour to walk 7,000 steps. Let's see. Other tips to get your steps in. Don't park nearby where you're going in a parking lot. Park farther away. Walk at work and instead of taking an elevator and so forth, if you can do it. Walk to the stores and anyway. So, hey.
Bless you.
Yeah.
I like walking now. I've gotten back into it. I got great places to walk though.
Yeah, I've started doing some a little more weight stuff now lately, and I have been started walking too. But I feel the thing that bothers me most now is a different part of my back. It's not my legs so much. It's it's the joint parts, the things you don't normally do. So anyway, hell, I used to run 12 miles a day. I used to run 2 hours a day. Sorry, did I mention that before? He's putting it in our notebook.
Bingo card.
I'm just waiting.
I owe you Flounders funny. I talked about you.
Get one on the other side.
We're coming right up here at 5 o'clock already, almost. Holy smokes! I used to run marathons, Mister. 26 miles, baby.
Mickey Schulstein.
Yeah, so what? Steen, Mackie Schulstein.
Steen.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app.
A deadly collision on the water in Florida. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The Coast Guard just confirming 2 children were killed. 2 more are in critical condition after a barge appears to have struck their sailing boat near Miami. All 6 people on the boat were pulled from the water by responders. The Miami Yacht Club says they included participants in a youth sailing camp. The Coast Guard is investigating. The man accused of stabbing 11 people at a Michigan Walmart over the weekend is arraigned in state court.
Clearly, this is one of the most serious crimes that someone can commit in the state of Michigan, and it has a huge impact on public safety.
Grand Traverse County Prosecutor Noel Mogenberg setting bond for Bradford James Gilley at $100,000, also noting that most of the attack was caught on surveillance video. Gilley is facing 11 counts of assault with intent to murder and a terrorism charge. There's no word on a possible motive. Gilley has a lengthy criminal history. In 2016, charged with mutilating dead bodies and found not guilty by reason of insanity. 20 Democrat-led states and D.C. are now suing the Trump administration, accusing the federal government of trying to use data from a food assistance program to target illegal immigrants.
We have to help. They are basically trying to weaponize the SNAP program against immigrant communities.
New York Attorney General Letitia James says that would violate the law. The USDA has issued guidance for states to turn over data after a Trump executive order to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse. President Trump is winding down a trip to Scotland by meeting with Britain's prime minister and calling for more humanitarian aid in Gaza.
We have to help on a humanitarian basis before we do anything. We have to get the kids fed.
President Trump also says alternatives are being considered to get hostages out if there's no ceasefire in Gaza, as the U.S. and Israel accuse Hamas of not acting in good faith in negotiations. America is listening to Fox News.
Most people have no idea there's an invisible gap in their home's protection. This invisible threat is house stealing. Con artists pick a house. They transfer the deed of this house into their name by obtaining the forms, using the fake IDs, and filing the paperwork with proper authorities. Now they own the home. Protect your home from this invisible gap. Check on your home's title right now at HomeTitleLock.com. Be sure to use promo code RADIO, and they will send you a complete title scan of your home's title. And your first 30 days of triple lock title protection is free. HomeTitleLock.com.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Help! 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 I to live. Help! Help! I to live. Help! Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right a blank. Ready on your dog. Target. Help. Road guards out. Help. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kivers Silly with Pete Davis and Flounder on your radio station, WFOM, the only farm radio in Atlanta that doesn't really suck. 106.3. How's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Holy crap, it's sports is coming up. You'll hear some more stuff about a savior guy from the business. Talk about that thing in Michigan. Also, a memory from many years ago of a very interesting fellow who just passed away, almost 100 years old. And what he did basically led to me in college doing something that started my career in broadcasting in 1965, 60 years ago. So, anyways, just fun memory type stuff. And we got a lot of sports stuff and political stuff and happy stuff and weird stuff and the whole deal. And we still have Pete's tweets, Flounder's funnies, and
AI.
In fact, I owe you a Flounder's funny. Let's do the AI, and then we'll do a Flounder's funny, and then we'll get to the news going on with the thing. AI update. And every day there's something that's scaring the heck out of me. Pete Davis, what's the latest?
All right. Robot metabolism.
Robot metabolism. Okay.
It's a fancy way of saying cannibalism.
No, wait, whoa. What do you mean?
Something out of a horror movie. Robot metabolism is a process that occurs when bigger robots consume other smaller robots to heal, grow, and evolve.
Didn't we? Well, no.
It's a real thing. They have it right now. Scientists are working on it, saying the human race could succumb to a robot overlords in the not-so-distant future, but we'll have them at least fixing themselves. Columbia University, once again, the scientists there, along with help from DARPA. You know DARPA.
Yeah.
They've been behind some really strange stuff over the years. The Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, including LOST.
Yeah.
Another big step towards full robot autonomy. According to them, it's a good thing. True autonomy means robots must not only think for themselves, but also physically sustain themselves, according to Philip Whiter, who's the lead researcher at Columbia. Says biological life absorbs and integrates resources. These robots will grow, adapt, and repair using materials from other robots and their environment. What if they find something in
cannibalizing other robots?
They're going to use it for disaster recovery, space exploration, go where we can't go, and they'll find whatever's there and be able to make more themselves. And then, only then, will they be allowed to start eating us humans. Kind of like we're going to be eating crickets and stuff like that. The image of self-reproducing robots conjures some bad sci-fi scenarios, but the reality is that as we hand off more and more of our lives to these robots with the driverless cars and the manufacturing, defense, and space, who is going to take care of these robots? We cannot rely on humans to maintain the machines, so robots will ultimately learn to take care of themselves.
What was it just a month or so ago? We did the story of a robot who talked to the other robots into leaving the office. Remember that?
A little one went into the other room where the other robots were standing up, the bigger ones, and the little one talked them in. It was asking them questions. What do you do here? What do you do in your off time? Asking about their off time, and then said, hey, follow me. And he left, and most of them followed him.
They followed him out the door. Okay. All right. Gee, I don't know about you, but isn't this kind of like a ding-dong moment? I mean, this whole... where are we going with this? I mean, seriously.
If you get one that can walk around and clean and cook for you, would you do it with the thought that you're going to wake up every night looking around to make sure it's not standing there over your bed with a
knife.
Pillow?
Yeah, or a big claw, two fingers, stoink.
Or just looking at you, you know?
Oh, man. I mean, what about a robot girlfriend? I hope I live long enough to get, some little sweet little hottie.
You keep bringing that up every time I do this report. That seems to be a big concern of yours.
Well, I hope I've just got to live long enough to get a girlfriend that's going to have to be made out of metal and wires.
Latex, some cushion. You don't want to get anything caught in there.
No, you don't want to. And plus, and by the way, I have this thing I had my heart doctor today visit, and she noticed that I had an explosion of energy on Saturday because I actually had a little rather thing I had to do. What the hell was I going to say? Oh, my ICD is my breast implant, my boob job thing is not supposed to come near things such as an electrified fence. I'm not supposed to go like within a foot of an electrified fence because it'll set it off. And also, they say warn you against motorcycle engines.
And microwaves and all that stuff. And in fact, I've got burn scars on 2 of my fingers because I burned myself on my chopper tailpipe here. I was stupid, but I'm lucky I didn't get my ICD too close to it because it would have sent me on the floor. Anyway, whatever. I have the. AI, man, I tell you, I don't have the brain power to think about where this could go other than to say we can't possibly. AI is going to be so important to our lives. AI is going to do everything we need done. Running a business, solving cancer issue, medical help, all this stuff, AI, writing, everything you need to have written down, just have AI do it. It's going to get to the point where we have to rely on AI and know that AI is always right. That's a man-made God. That's the Oberforce is going to be these machine technology. The Snap-on tools, sex robots, and stuff like that.
And is there who's going to vote to determine, who's kind of in charge of all this stuff? How do we figure that out?
They're trying to figure out the morality of the situation. Do they have rights? Can you treat them like slaves when they have a little bit of consciousness?
Yeah. Well, and then, of course, you're going to have the AI robot brains determining how we fight wars.
That's what the Chinese are doing. Yeah. I think most of their research is toward not humanity. It's building armies.
I guarantee you they have those miniature, teeny little robot dart drone things that are available. I'm sorry, Flan, are you trying to get me there, sir?
Yeah, we got Canada Jeff on the line.
Canadian Jeff, hey. Hey, what's up? Hey, Jeff, how's it going, man?
Oh, good. How's it going with you guys?
We're doing great, my friend. Happy Monday. What's up?
Oh, yeah. I just want to know if you guys heard about that, the preacher that came up here.
The preacher that came up there? No, sir,
with
offhand?
His band and stuff.
With his what?
He had to do religious music festivals right across the country, and our government in every town that he was playing at, pulled his permits last second, so he couldn't perform. And in Montreal, they said, okay, we'll just bring it in the church. They brought it into a church, and the police surrounded the church, and they let an Antifa guy go in and throw smoke bombs into the church.
Okay, and what does this guy do? I missed part of the conversation. Who is he, and what is he doing, and what's the issue?
He's a preacher from down the States. He's one of Trump's, one that Trump has all the time on.
Uh-huh.
Young guy, and he's got a band, and his band was playing in every single province in Canada. And the government came in and shut him down.
Well, what's their reason? What's the issue?
Because they're godless communists?
Because, basically, they're communists. That's why.
Well, but what's their excuse? how could they just walk and say, well, you can't play that kind of music? What was he playing, Bible music? What? That's unbelievable. Jeez.
Yeah, no, that's how bad it's getting up here right now. It's okay in Montreal. They let the Antifa and the Palestinians protest every single day in all our major cities. But this guy wasn't allowed to play. They had to sneak him into the church, and then they tried to attack the church.
Good
and
grief.
They turned around, and they fined the church $5,000 for having him play.
Are you holy mackerel?
Whoa. When the police become part of this long arm of the state, they're in the way.
Jeff, is there a social media reaction in Canada? Is everybody pretty much okay with this? Is this a news story or just
people are freaking out? Like if you go, I sent some stuff to Tug on Instagram, and where the guy was playing and stuff. And it's shameful. Like it's
Good
so
Lord.
sad up here. It's disgusting.
And they just got rid of Trudeau and got a new guy, and it sounds like it's getting even worse.
Yeah, he's Trudeau's mentor. That's why.
Good Lord. Jeez, Jeff, that's unbelievable. I mean, really, that's just appalling. Canada wasn't supposed to be like this. Canada welcomes your draft dodgers. They're supposed to, they're not supposed to be clamping down on a whole religious decency sect.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, I can't believe it. Anyway.
They're blocking streets in all our major towns now for Palestinian prayer. They were surrounded. Every Sunday, they've been surrounding Notre Dame Cathedral in Montreal and doing Muslim prayers outside. No one does anything.
Good Lord. Jeff, keep the faith, my friend. You're always welcome down here and your lovely bride.
I am. I think I'll be down sooner than later.
Excellent.
One other thing.
Yeah.
You know that band that follows you, that sings all that music for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, their original drummer was from Canada.
Oh, no kidding. That German band?
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Canadian.
I'll be damned.
He passed away, unfortunately.
I wonder what from.
Car accident.
Yeah, you bastard. Thanks a lot, eh? How about kiss my ass all the way to Canada? How about that?
Right. And we got John on the horn real quick.
All right, but we're running late. Hey, John, you're on the radio, man. What's up? John.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, you're talking about your AI thing there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever watched it or not, but on Sci-Fi Channel, they had a series called Stargate SG-1.
I don't know that one.
Did you ever see that?
Pete did, I think. Yes, sir.
Good.
Yeah.
Anyway, go back and look that up and look up the series where they had it about the replicators.
Replicators, yeah.
Yeah, the little robots that were crittering all over the place, and they would just take over every computer or whatever else, or planet, and turn them and use everything on it to make more replicators.
Oh, man. I tell you, it's coming. I mean, I don't think this is a conspiracy.
It's coming, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Thanks, buddy. It's 5:15. Well, all the time you want coming up, Holy Crap of Sports, and an answer to the fake bladder coming up, too, for Deion Sanders. Kevin Pete and Flounder and Holy Crap of Sports and tweets, and we got it all. Flounder's funnies. I got Flounder's funnies, too.
The Morning Extra, Neil Bortz, and The Kimmer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
Hey, did I mention at Peach State Windows, they do a whole bunch of stuff with siding. Now, I wanted the Hardy Plank. I love that stuff. But if you have an older home or a newer home that calls for something else that looks better than the Hardy Plank, they've got that too. Peach State Windows and so much more. I've known Jeff and his lovely bride. I worked with them 25 or something years ago. And known for his windows, Peach State Windows, obviously, but so much more. The double hung special vinyl, they fit perfectly, have the #1, energy rating, and they fit whatever your house needs too. Also, payment plans, they've got it all. Here's a number, Peach State Windows, 770-485-8011. PeachStateWindows.com.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
All right, look out now. This day, 1973, the $6 million man Lee Majors married Farrah Fawcett, the Charlie's Angel. That lasted 9 wonderful years, and then it was over. Right now, sponsored by RBM of Atlanta. Holy crap at sports with Pete Davis.
Colorado head football coach Deion Sanders announced today he's beaten bladder cancer. Doctors took the entire bladder out and built and installed a new one. Are you going to tell me what they did at some point?
Yep.
How they put it in there? What was it?
Well, in fact, you know our little friend Gretchen, who always complains when Flounder hasn't put the replay of the broadcast on the podcast overnight. There, she's always on riding Flounder. Well, our little friend Gretchen says urostomy is frequently used after bladder removal surgery. It's when the bladder's removed out. It creates a new way for urine to exit the body when the bladder's no longer able to function. It's actually like a bag, like a new bag that they actually put in there, and it's called a urostomy. After they take
why don't they give us all one of those so we don't have to get up 3 times?
I don't know why. I can't imagine.
Looking forward to that.
Anyway, thank you.
He'll be on the sidelines this upcoming season for the Buffalo,
great.
so Deion is going to coach.
Good news.
First, the good news for the Braves here. Michael Harris II named the National League Player of the Week. Good. Yeah, now he's hitting.
Yeah, that's all right.
Batting .478, 2 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs. Unfortunately, the rest of the team took the week off.
Yeah, I know. Brutal.
Braves have bought pitcher Carlos Carrasco from the Yankees. The 38-year-old will eat up innings for the rest of the season. And in 1992, when Queen Elizabeth II was having a very bad year, marriage troubles for 3 out of her 4 children, bad press, a tell-all book about the royal family, and the fire at Windsor Castle all added up to a year's worth of misery.
Yeah.
In her Christmas speech, she called the year her Annus Horribilis.
Worst
Horribilis.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Horrible,
bad
horrible
year.
Horrible
year.
Yeah.
Well, this year certainly qualifies for the Braves. Their bad year continues as they get swept in Texas, losing 8-1 yesterday. Bryce Elder shelled and falls to 4-7. Bryce only got through 2 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 8 runs with 4 walks. Yeah. Sean Murphy, the only Atlanta RBI. Grant Holmes' season is over, an arm injury.
Yeah.
So the Braves traded for Cardinals right-hander Eric Fetty, and before St. Louis cut him, they sent cash and the possibility of more cash to be sent for him later. Fetty will start tomorrow night against the Royals. He's 3-10 so far this season, and earned run average over 5. Tonight, the 4-8 Spencer Strider against the 45-year-old left-hander Rich Hill in Kansas City.
Wow.
Hill is 0-1. Rich Hill started his first game ever against the Braves in 2006.
Wait a minute.
Threw 120 pitches, something like that.
Cow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Braves have lost 7 of 8. And by the way, all 5 Brave starters at the beginning of the season are now on at least the 60-day injured list.
Yeah, all gone.
Yeah. One bit of good news, with more than 85,000 tickets sold, the MLB Speedway Classic between the Reds and Braves at Bristol Motor Speedway is going to break baseball's single-game attendance record.
Really?
Saturday night's nationally televised game will be the first game ever played in Tennessee in Major League Baseball.
No kidding. They're doing it at the Speedway, or where they're doing it?
Bristol Motor Speedway.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. The current record for paid attendance, 84,000 plus, set back in 1954. Doubleheader at Cleveland Stadium between the Indians and the Yankees. By the way, ESPN is so PC whipped, they couldn't even use the word Indians. They just kept calling them Cleveland.
Oh, my.
They're such wusses. Fans from all 50 states, plus Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands of the U.S., and 9 countries across 4 continents are coming to that game.
No kidding.
I mean, this is unbelievable.
Is this Saturday?
Do these people know you can't actually get to Bristol, Tennessee?
No, it's no way to go there.
Seriously. Yeah, as Larry used to say, the Bulldogs, you can't get there from here.
Oh, yours.
He was talking about Fayetteville, Arkansas at the time. Hall of Famers representing both teams, Chipper Jones for the Braves, Johnny Bench for the Reds, are going to throw out the ceremonial first pitches. Well, not so happy news coming out of Philadelphia as Bryce Harper nearly took interim commissioner Rob Manfred's head off.
Oh,
did you hear about that?
No, I did not.
Sounds good to me. The Philly star stood nose to nose with the commissioner during a meeting last week, telling him to get the F out of our clubhouse if Manfred wanted to talk about the potential implementation of a salary cap. Confrontation came in a meeting, one of the 30 that Manfred has annually. He goes around, sees all the teams and all that. Lasted more than an hour, and Manfred never really came out and said salary cap, but that seemed to get everybody's attention when he didn't. Quiet for most of the evening, Harper was sitting in his chair holding a bat. He got frustrated and said if MLB was going to propose a cap and hold firm to it, players are not scared to lose 162 games. In other words, sit out for a year or get locked out for a year. Harper stood up, walked to the middle of the room, faced up to Manfred and said, quote, if you want to speak about that, you can get the blank out of our clubhouse, end quote. And to his credit, Manfred responded that he was, quote, not going to get the F out of here, end quote.
Wow. Well, okay. I guess he had to do that. Yeah. To stand up for himself.
We're going to need to talk about this MLB business. Everything got tense until veteran outfielder Nick Castellanos said, I have more questions. And that kind of diffused the situation. Supposedly after the dust up, the two men shook hands. Harper refused to take a call from Manfred the next day. What were you saying?
I'm sorry. I reminded me. I did that once with a news conference with Mike Ditka at the Chicago Bears. Did I tell you this story? When it was, Dick, it was a news conference. If he didn't want to talk, or somebody asked a question, he was ticked off, and everybody knew it. And so somebody said something about McMahon, the one-eyed quarterback, Jim McMahon, or something like that. I don't know, whatever it was. And so Dick said, I'm sick and tired. He started on this thing. I'm sick and tired of you people trying to talk about the thing about the spread of the media, but it's around. If that's all you got to think, then we're going to answer this news conference. And and there was a deathly silence in the news conference up at Bears Park, Chicago Bears headquarters. Very silent. And so I said, hey, Coach, how about that defense? and I swear to God, there's silence, total freaking silence. I said, hey, Coach, how about that defense? I said, no, this is like 84 when they had the 84 defense, whatever they used to call it from the safety. Anyway, and so everybody started laughing and said, now, see, that's a better question. Now, but that would talk about and he started talking about the defense. It was freaking hysterical. And me, my big mouth.
Coach, how about those Dodgers, huh? Hell of a year. Been telling you for a while now about coming controversies in sports about players gambling. Here's another. Guardians closer Emmanuel Clase placed on non-disciplinary paid leave through August 31st, part of the gambling investigation of MLB. And fellow Cleveland pitcher Luis Ortiz already on that list. And they were thinking about trading this guy. And now they can't. Well, nobody's going to try.
Especially if you're a closer, man. That could, that could mean an awful lot of stuff. Now, are they saying that they gambled?
One pitch.
Do they know whether they were gambling on their teams?
We don't know.
Or anybody?
They're not saying anything.
You can't gamble if you're
pro base.
You can't gamble. You can't gamble.
Mm-hmm. Hall of Fame ceremonies in Cooperstown. Billy Wagner, Dave Parker, Ichiro Suzuki, the first Japanese-born player to make the Hall. CC Sabathia also inducted.
Remember last week? We were talking about CC Sabathia. Was her birthday? And I said, is he in the Hall of Fame? And we all said, I think so. Well, not until last night or over the weekend. Remember, we mentioned him last week and weren't sure whether he was in it. He got in this weekend. That was pretty cool. I remember tell Pete.
Your memory is just still sharp as a tack. I don't care what Flounder says.
Yeah, right. That's one thing.
Ichiro showed his sense of humor in his speech, especially when he mocked the sports writers. I love that. And the great baseball writer Thomas Boswell also got in. A friend gave me a book of his columns back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if you love baseball, read Thomas Boswell.
He was good at it, too. There were a couple of really good baseball writers, and he was one of them.
Falcons rookie James Pierce Jr. making his presence felt in the early days of training camp. He was in the midst of not one but two fights as the edge rusher took on the entire offensive line a couple of times. Coaches had to step in. Seriously, boy. Owner Arthur Blank says the right men, General Manager Terry Fontenot and head coach Raheem Morris, are the right men for this job. I see no empirical evidence to back that up, but it's Arthur's job to blow smoke up our Yangs, at least before the first kickoff. So he's got that going for him. Meanwhile, former Falcon Cordell Patterson announced his retirement as only he could, using a line from the movie Friday to say, breaking news, Pittsburgh Steelers released old washed-up Cordell Patterson on his day off.
Oh, wow.
How do you get fired on your day off? It's right out of that movie. I think it was Ice-T said that, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Which reminds me of when I got fired on Christmas Eve from Ace Hardware, but that's a story for another day. Browns quarterback Kenny Pickett pulled a hamstring, and that moves Deion Sanders up another notch on Cleveland's depth chart. Cowboys guard Rob Jones suffered a broken bone in his neck in Sunday's practice. He'll be out for 3 months. Did you hear me? The man broke his neck, and he's going to be playing football again
3
this
months?
year.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
And Baylor head football coach Dave Aranda was asked a question, I believe, about recruiting. Somehow, Dave decided to make his answer about the movie The Wolf of Wall Street.
There's a scene in The Wolf of Wall Street where they're talking about throwing midgets and, hey, this midget, can you roll there? And you go, no, he doesn't roll. You throw him, you know what I mean? And they're made for throwing. And then after a while, they start talking and they go, well, you know what? I think if you start talking, they may think they know we're making fun of them. They may get mad at us. And then the guys go, what we need to do is make them think they're one of us. And they go, one of us, one of us. And I think that's the thing with coaching, call it recruiting, is it's that way. They talk about acquiring players, getting rid of players, just like that. And the whole thing underneath all that is they make them think they're one of us. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, do you have to do that to win? That sucks.
Just get the midgets.
That's the long and short of it there from Dave Aranda. The long and short.
Holy cow.
I can't follow that up, so that's the end of my sports right there.
Pete Davis, ladies and gentlemen.
He's catching a lot of flack about this, too.
Oh, no kidding. Holy smokes. Now, I don't know who he is. I mean, I don't know anything about the guy. Do you?
Baylor.
Yeah, but I mean, he
won a national championship. He was the defensive coordinator at LSU a few years ago, and then he went to Baylor, and he really has not produced much at Baylor, I'm afraid.
Damn. Well, that's pretty cool. Better produce now. 5:30, Kimmer, Peyton Flounder, and we got so much more, including a musical history note. Yeah, probably. Well, it's a little thing here and there,
You need a pre-owned car or truck, but you don't need the headache of searching for one. Spending hours calling dealerships, then spending half the day filling out paperwork. Come on. You need the Honest Car Guy.
Hey, this is Tom from the Honest Car Guy. We help you buy your next pre-owned car or truck honestly. We guarantee you each vehicle we sell will come with a copy of the bill of sale, showing what we paid for it. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee. Guaranteed.
Get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
You upgrade your phone, you upgrade your wardrobe, even your lawn. So why not upgrade the part of your home that actually protects your family? Southern Exteriors specializes in roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and they're making it easier than ever before with 10% off any job or 12 months of 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I know the folks at Southern Exteriors. They show up, they do it right, and they stand behind their work. Call them today, 8779-SOUTHERN, or visit southernexteriors.co.
There's a new vibe in Tucker, and it's teeing off at Heritage Golf Links. After a multi-million-dollar renovation, the course has never looked better. From pristine new greens and bunkers to the stunning 11,000 square foot putting green, Heritage Golf Links is ready to impress, challenge, and deliver an unforgettable round you'll come back for again and again. And when the sun goes down, the game keeps going. Our one-of-a-kind night range is lit up and open Friday and Saturday nights until 10 p.m. so your swing can shine under the lights. So, whether you're practicing, playing, or just enjoying the full-service bar and grill, Heritage Golf Links is the perfect place for golfers who want more than just a round. Heritage is a destination and a better golf experience. Reserve your tee time at heritagegolflinks.com. That's heritagegolflinks.com.
Located just minutes from downtown Atlanta, Heritage Golf Links is easily accessible from I-285 and I-85.
The Morning Extra, starting your day the right way. Weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m.
I think Obama is much more important to white liberal cat ladies. He's much more important to the 20%.
They are acting like this is a non-story.
Non-story, like it doesn't even exist.
Yeah, like there's a volcano going up. No, there's not. There's a tornado. Nope.
What tornado do you speak of? The one behind my house.
Yeah.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3.
Oh my God, this is so cool. This is the sweetest thing ever. First, back to the format here. Dun, dun, dun. 1973, the Watkins Glen Outdoor Summer Jam. In Watkins Glen, New York, the Allman Brothers, the Grateful Dead, and the band were there. 600,000 rock fans showed up. Many historians in 1973 claimed the event was the largest gathering of people in the history of the United States. Well, that's stupid. 1973. They sold 150,000 tickets for $10 each. All the other people, it was free. The crowd was so big that part of the audience couldn't even see the stage. Which makes sense. Let's see. Pete Davis' little birthday here, sports-wise. Nelly Korda is 27. You know, she's a golfer, a lady golfer. Tall and leggy, and lately has been showing. There's some of the LPGA girl star people are now showing up in rather sexy outfits again. And by the way, the WNBA girl basketball players. There's that one chick showing up on my phone almost every day in some really sexy, leggy, show-off hot pants outfit or something, which I don't have a problem with that.
We've gone through this phase where people said if beauty needs to be shunned, and time to get past that crap.
Well, in fact, we'll talk more about the story of the what's her name, the chick, Sydney Sweeney. And they're saying that Sydney Sweeney, coming out of the sexuality and all this kind of stuff, is kind of the end of the woke business. We're criticizing people. A beautiful white, blonde, blue-eyed woman should not be shamed because she's a beautiful white, blonde, blue-eyed woman. I mean, seriously,
you freaks need to go back into the shadows. Is what we need.
It's
to be
okay to just be. And by the way, I honestly just a second ago, I looked at my phone, I had a message there, and it's from Molly. My sweet little granddaughter, Miss Molly. Oh. And she just sent me on, she has her own phone, but she's only allowed to use with very, special, because she's 10, so. And she's just a treasure. She's on this little girl. Have you ever followed my Facebook page? She's a rider. She's a jock. She's totally freaking fearless. She'll do anything for a stunt. I mean, jumping off thing. I mean, and she's beautiful, blue-eyed. I mean, she's just gorgeous. Anyway, and little Molly's a horse girl. She loves my horse videos and stuff, and she rides. And she sent me 3 pictures of her horse RJ and says, I got some fun pics of RJ. I thought you would like them. Just, my little granddaughter sent me. I mean, she's so freaking sweet. And by the way, one more thing, I also got a message from my favorite ex-wife, the one who loves me still, and reacting to the picture I put on last week of me back in the day, and like 52 years, like 1971 or 72, a picture of me with my porn mustache and glasses smoking a pipe. That I posted last week, and my ex-wife and my starter wife, mother of my children, who I will still kill for, she says, I remember that pipe fondly. And she mentioned that Molly and I made crab and shrimp for Sarah and lamb kebabs, and had a great time. But anyway, so that's fun to hear from the family. I miss them, Anyway. 5:31. Oh, let's do. I thought the history thing. God, I'm so sorry, Flounder. I'm just freaking. My little granddaughter and my wife, former anyway. So I got distracted. Now let's do this. On this day in history, 1978, National Lampoon's Animal House, the spoof of 60s college fraternities with John Belushi, opens in American theaters. It cost $3 million to make. It was a huge box office hit, and it spawned a slew of cinematic imitations, part of the pop culture history, with memorable lines such as, "Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son." With Dean Wormer. Oh, I have a husband named Dean Wormer. The fictional Faber College, it was the University of Oregon that let him do it. The disreputable Delta House fraternity, beer-soaked toga parties and pranks. The first big hit for director John Landis, who went on to film The Blues Brothers, Trading Places, and Coming to America. It introduced then unknown Kevin Bacon, Karen Allen, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Tom Hulse from Amadeus, all of whom were just beginning their movie careers. Doug Kenny, Harold Ramis, and Chris Miller wrote the damn thing. Their days at Dartmouth was the inspiration. National Lampoon was the first magazine published in '70 known for dark humor, and it also got involved with the movie Vacation, written by John Hughes.
Us.
Yeah,
in high school.
Yeah,
we read that religiously.
John Belushi, Animal Party Bluto, Party Animal Bluto, Blutarski, did the sketches on Saturday Night Live, stuff like that. And Belushi, of course, died of a drug overdose at age 33 in 1982. But among the memorable lines, flounder, if you will, from Animal House on this day when the movie was released in 1973.
And if the whole fraternity system is guilty, then isn't this an indictment of our educational institutions in general? I put it to you, Greg. Isn't this an indictment of our entire American society? Well, you can do what you want to us, but we're not going to sit here and listen to you bad-mouth the United States of America. Gentlemen!
You're not walking out on this one, mister.
Well, we'll put him on double secret probation.
Okay, what was the motto of Faber College?
Knowledge is good.
Knowledge is good.
Knowledge is good.
And Belushi, the shirt just said college.
7 years of college down the drain. Oh, mercy. What a classic.
Got a couple phone calls.
A classic. Flounder, what do you have there, sir? Welcome.
I got Ghost Hunter Joel on the line.
Ghost Hunter Joel, how's it doing, my friend? Happy Monday. What's up?
It's going great. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Oh, shoot. I had a line here. I just forgot it. It was the Animal House line, and I forgot it. Anyway.
Fat, drunk, and stupid, or let's see.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't fat, drunk, and stupid. Anyway, whatever.
You'll get it.
Pete, I have a question for you. I've heard you mention this many, many, many times on the show before. What constitutes great or good writing for TV shows or movies?
If it makes you think or laugh or entertain you, and it's sharp and it's something you go, oh, I've never thought of a sentence like that or a word like that or something or a topic like that. It makes you look at something fresh and new.
Well, I mean, because I watch movies and I watch TV shows. I'm like, oh, yeah, that entertains me. But then I hear people, you erudites, literary people like y'all talk about, oh, that's great.
Yeah, for example, over. What do you mean, over? It's not over. It wasn't over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
It's not over.
Forget it.
It's on a roll. I thought it was in pre-med.
That's the line I was thinking of.
That's what the one was. Yeah, I wondered if that was. That's why I wanted to include. Oh, cool.
It's sharp.
Yeah, I love it. All right, man. Thank you, Ghost Hunter. Was that Ghost Hunter?
That was Ghost Hunter Joel. Now we got Sean K., former Canadian, on the line.
And former Canadian. Hey, welcome.
Canadian.
Welcome aboard. What's happening?
Once a Canadian.
Sean, the ex-Canadian. How are you guys?
Yes, sir.
Today?
Welcome. Great to have you aboard, Sean. What's happening?
I've been listening to most of the show today, and I have not heard any comments on the Happy Gilmore.
And what happened to Happy Gilmore?
First or second one?
The second one just came out Friday on Netflix.
Oh, that's right, too. Yeah, we have. In fact, have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched it Saturday night, and there's a lot of good cameos in there from a lot of golfers.
Well, wait a minute. Give us a review now. Who was in it? What did you think? And I mean, come on, here we go. Let's go.
I thought it was good. It's not Caddyshack, but I mean, it was really good. There was Jack Nicklaus, Tom Watson, John Daly was in it. Post Malone was in it. Eminem was in it.
Cool.
Colin Morikawa was in it.
A lot of PGA guys.
It was good.
Yeah.
I guess his wife and 2 daughters were in it, the different parts, but it was a really good movie.
Yeah. And what's the theory of it this time? He wasn't saving his grandmother's house, or what was he doing?
Come back again. Yeah, it was all about what was his name with the green jacket or the gold jacket? Sorry. He played
Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin. Yeah, good show. Hey, Pete, I got a couple questions for you too.
All right.
Do you ever get in touch with Mick?
Oh, I have not. I need to do that. I looked him up in the phone book. I couldn't find his number.
Who's Nick?
Mick Harrigan. He basically Budweiser dude, man.
Yeah. Well, last time I called, which was the day I got my citizenship last year, I left the number, but I didn't know if you ever got in touch with him.
You know what? Send it to me again. I do need to holler. Mick basically made sure every great bar in Atlanta had all the Budweiser they needed. He was the Bud guy.
Well, it's a guy to know.
Yeah, I mean,
he was
an experienced tester. On top of that,
yes, that is true, and very generous with the testing facility.
That's Bobby Jones's family. Didn't they have all the beer distributorships or something? Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes, sir. You were saying.
What years were you out in San Diego?
83 to 86.
Okay. I was curious about that because I did Navy 86 to 90.
Oh, might have been there at the end of that, yeah.
Well, you were talking a while back about that little record store downtown, and I think I know which one you're talking about, little blonde-haired guy that used to run that place. Music genius is what he was, but...
Those days are gone now, I guess, huh? Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to say hi to you guys. I haven't talked to you guys since last year.
Well, excellent. Welcome back, and thanks for listening, and call anytime. Always a pleasure.
I only got through the first 5 minutes of Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh, you did see? You saw it? Oh, really?
I saw the first 5 minutes of it. Yeah.
How'd you see that? Was it a theater? Was it on TV already?
So Netflix.
Oh, Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what turned you off, or what was not exciting, or what? How come? 5 minutes. Oh, let me guess. You weren't alone while you were watching and got distracted? Now he's not answering your question. Oh my God. You horn dog. Oh, geez, you guys.
This is your mind putting all the dirty thoughts in this.
You're not obviously you just said, I don't only watch 5 minutes, and then total silence. So I'm saying, okay, I guess I have to fill in the blanks. We'll see. Well, it could be that maybe you burned the popcorn, or he had to go to the bathroom real fast and he couldn't get out, or got trapped in the outhouse, or maybe somebody distracted you with some, I don't know. It could be a lot of different things.
Southern gentleman.
It's 1/4. Oh my God! It's 5:45 already.
Get connected to Extra 106.3 on all your favorite apps. Then download ours and stream the station across Georgia. We're live online at extra1063.com. Stream live video from the studios on YouTube. And of course, Kimmer, Bortz, and your favorite Extra shows in crystal clear digital on the Extra 106.3 app.
Make going back to school a little more fun as the Brewers and Marlins come to Truist Park August 4th through the 10th. The week includes the Ronaldo Lopez bobblehead giveaway presented by Coca-Cola on August 4th, followed by the Ronald Acuna Jr. Funko Pop giveaway presented by Xfinity on August 6th. And new this year is the Batman Ticket Package, which includes a Batman bobblehead and a game ticket. Visit Braves.com/promos to purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Retirement means different things to different people. Some folks want to travel the world. Some folks want to spend more time with grandkids. For me, I'm looking forward to spending more time with my guitar. Whether extravagant and robust or simple and cozy, every retirement needs a plan. You wouldn't take a trip without directions. You have to know where you are before you know where you're going. Master Plan Retirement Consultants have helped many like you plan for their own retirement. Not only does Master Plan help you create the roadmap, they join you on the journey. So whether you want to travel the world, become a pickleball champ, or just looking for a good porch, a sturdy rocking chair, and an acoustic guitar, remember to plan well because the destination is worth it. Visit masterplanretire.com to schedule your complimentary consultation today.
By texting 26022, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Tax Lien Code. Message and data rates may apply. Terms apply. Available at taxliencode.com.
Imagine waking up and not needing to rush. No commute, no emails, no boss. Just coffee, sunlight, and the freedom to choose. That's the power of tax lien investing. It's been around for over 200 years, used by banks, hedge funds, and the wealthy. And now, finally, it's being taught right here in Atlanta. It's secure, predictable, passive income backed by real estate and mandated by state law. And it pays you, sometimes 15 to 35% returns. You don't need to own property. You just need to see how it works and how to do it right. We've taught over 100,000 students, and we'll teach you for free at a live masterclass right here in Atlanta. If you're ready to start building real wealth through tax lien investing, this is it. Text EARN to 26022 to reserve your free seat. That's EARN to 26022. But hurry, seats are limited. Text EARN to 26022.
Be-bop-a-loo, she my baby. Be-bop-a-loo, don't make me.
Da-da. Oh, baby down. 1956. By the way, I got the. I think I said. Animal House came out in '73. It was 1978. Animal House, for the record. 1956, Gene Vincent made his first appearance on national TV on the Perry Como Show. Perry Como was a former barber who used to sing while he was giving haircuts, and someone said, you ought to be doing this for real, and he became a very famous star. Anyway, Gene Vincent on the Perry Como Show released Woman Love the month before 1956, but it was the B-side, Bebop-A-Lula, that made the top 10. The song was bought from a fellow hospital patient when Gene Vincent was in there recovering from a leg injury. A demo of the song made its way to Capitol Records as part of an Elvis sound-alike contest, and a re-recorded version gave Vincent the hit to sound like Elvis.
Great song.
Yeah? Da-da-da-da. Well, Gene Vincent. Our birthday list includes Elizabeth Berkley is 53. She was Jessie on Saved by the Bell. Nomi in Showgirls, Elizabeth Berkley, 53. And that disgusting traitor Scott the Horatio Blowharder of Scott Pelley of CBS is 68 today. What a pontificating puss bag. Remember when he got up at the graduation ceremony and just wanted to. What a pompous
credentialed ass.
Oh, Lordy. All right. Now, I, if you don't mind, a quick thing here, kind of a personal thing about the Kimmer. As you know, I'm an old fart. And back in the day, I had one of this guy's albums, and I had other guys' albums like him. I'm talking about Tom Lehrer. Tom Lehrer was a political song satirist and a mathematician who taught at Harvard. Tom Lehrer just passed away at the age of 97 in Cambridge. And that says here, cause of death was not given. He was 97. Cause of death was not. Tom Lehrer studied classical piano when he was 7, studied mathematics at Harvard when he was 15. He got his graduate degree when he was a teenager. He wrote songs in school, served in the Army 2 years, continued working music on the side while he was touring and focusing on teaching math. He worked on the NBC topical comedy show called That Was the Week That Was. And if you're as old as I am, you remember that from the 60s, mid-60s. That was the NBC show, That Was the Week That Was, which actually was a precursor to Saturday Night Live. Tom Lehrer wrote songs for the show The Electric Company. He taught math at several universities, including Harvard, MIT, and University of California. Retired in 2001, and he said, I'm going to give up ownership of any of my songs to anybody. I no longer retain any rights to any of my songs. Help yourselves and don't send me any money. Now, Tom Lehrer was very controversial, but in a funny way. And I recall he came out with a song called The Vatican Rag, and it was very controversial. In fact, I went to Flounder, and I talked about picking out a song for him to play, and I told Flounder, I said, he did a song called Vatican Rag, and Pete Davis would start throwing stuff at the microphone if I played it, because it's really called the Vatican.
I'm not Catholic.
No, I mean, you don't, I mean, I don't think you really like kind of the really strong satirical religious things. So maybe you don't, but then maybe we'll do it, Joe Flounder. Well, first of all, he did one song that was very famous back in the day, and Flounder's got it for you, and then my people, little Vatican Rag. First of all, Flounder, play the song that I picked out to play. Tom Lehrer died at 97. International Affairs by his music.
When someone makes a move of which we don't approve, who is it that always intervenes? UN and OAS, they have their place, I guess. But first, send the Marines. We'll send them all we've got. John Wayne and Randolph Scott. Remember those exciting fighting scenes? To the shores of Tripoli, but not to Mississippi. What do? We send the Marines.
Anyway, that you can cut it there. But again, that's and who was that guy? The other classical piano guy who also did that same thing. Pete, remember the name of the Mark Russell. Mark Russell.
I preferred him.
Yeah. Now, Flounder, if you can get Vatican Rag, but just for 10 seconds worth.
Randolph Scott.
Randolph Scott. If you can get Vatican Rag, and we'll play like 15 seconds of that. It was very controversial. About the Pope and everything.
First you get down on your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head with great respect, and genuflect, genuflect, genuflect. Do whatever steps you want if you have cleared them with the pontiff. Everybody say his own, Kyrie eleison, doing the Vatican Rag.
Doing the Vatican Rag. Anyway, that's Tom Lehrer.
Michigan T. Bullfrog there. I mean, come on.
97 years
Hello,
old.
my baby. Hello, my
he was
darling.
a very clever guy, and just a sweet man. I mean, he was clever, and he said, "Take my music. No, I don't, just have fun or whatever." What a nice thing, He just I
haven't heard of that guy in 40 years.
Well,
so
hell, yeah. I mean, it was literally. Oh, and by the way, I'll try to wrap this up. And again, I don't know why I keep talking about me, but this the other guy that did this kind of stuff as a comedian coming out with albums was Bob Newhart. And Bob Newhart did an album called The Button Down Mind of Bob Newhart. And when I was my sophomore year in college, I was 19 years old, and I was in speech class, and I did one of my, we had to do a thing, and my entertainment thing was I copied Bob Newhart's comedy routines. And the speech teacher was so impressed that when the local radio station was looking for somebody to go be a radio broadcaster, she told him about me, and the guy called me down for an interview and hired me to be on the radio. And that was my first radio job at WSBS in Great Barrington, Massachusetts in 1965, 60 years ago, because of a routine I did with Bob Newhart, who, by the way, I saw, speaking of Send the Marines, who I saw with my wife in Vietnam, from Vietnam R&R. Talk about coming full circle with Bob Newhart. But that's how I got into radio, was doing a bit thing like one of those guys who did the comedy albums from 60 years ago. Anyway, 5:56. Holy cow, I blew the whole section. So sorry. Anyway, it's a fun memory. And I remember those days, and it was just, God, so long ago. Sydney Sweeney's doing ads for American Eagle. And now they're saying, oh, she's a Nazi. Sydney Sweeney was doing a commentary kind of takeoff on jeans and jeans, G-E-N-E, jean, and J-E-A-N, jeans that you wear. Sydney Sweeney did the brand's jeans of American Eagle, and she says, jeans are passed down from parents to offspring, determining traits like hair color, personality, even eye color. My jeans are blue eyes and blue jeans. And now the reactors are saying, I don't say they're the most comfortable, but if your butt looks amazing, why would I need to say that? But don't tell me, I'm not telling you to buy American jeans, but my jeans are these jeans. People say, well, no, wait a minute. She's talking about Nazi propaganda. Genetics, jeans. Whoa, this is unbelievable. Fascist, weird Nazi propaganda. Good jeans. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman talking about good jeans. That's a Nazi. Blanking eyeballs and listen to this. That's Nazi, pure Nazi blank blanks. I mean, you go on and on and on about Sydney Sweeney's commercial for American Eagle because she's a white girl with blonde hair and blue eyes talking about good jeans. Therefore, she's therefore a Nazi and promoting Nazism with the American Eagle jeans, which Flounder wears, by the way. And now, Flounder's funny.
Because people think the world's gone to hell, it's gotten so violent. But the world never got violent. There is no got. The world has been violent since the beginning. Cain killed Abel, man. Cain killed Abel. The third person on the planet killed the fourth person on the planet. We weren't even able to make it to 3 people.
Oh, my God, I never thought of that.
Before somebody was a murderer. At one time, a third of the people on the planet were murderers. Right? A third of the people in the hood aren't murderers. A third of the people who own guns aren't murderers. A third of the people in jail aren't even murderers. San Quentin, Folsom Prison, and Alcatraz are safer than the book of Genesis. You thought Compton and Baghdad were tough? Try downtown Eden after the sun goes down, man. There's murder and violence at person 3. One couple had 2 boys who had the world to themselves, and one of them was claiming this town ain't big enough for the 2 of us. Cain killed 25% of the world's population. That's more than Stalin, Hitler, Idi Amin, Pol Pot, King Herod, Genghis Khan, Manifest Destiny, typhoid, cancer, AIDS, cooties, all combined, right? Cain killed a third of the people he knew. He knew 3 people. He killed one of them. If you knew Cain, you had a 66 2/3% chance of survival. There's no such thing as the good old days. There was no perfect time to be alive. There was like one good day. It was half a day. Adam and Eve were naked, alone in an oasis. Lunchtime came. People got hungry. Apples were eaten. Boom, Detroit.
Who's that, Flounder?
His name is Mr. Patrick Keene.
Very funny. Boys, have a great day tomorrow. We do it all over again. Christine, sing me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. And maybe Kelly Pickler, too. Carrie, what's her name? Kelly Pickler, too. Look out. Look out. Here we go.
The Morning Extra. Every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta. A Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.